selection. Normally I no fear. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, Lord. So many reasons why I want it for you, my love. Now you want to retire with my love. See all the little good things you do, they make me no. This distance is taking a hold of me for sure. Baby, come. I want to make me there. Girl, I want to make you. Oh, no. I want to make you. Oh, no. I want to make me there. Oh, no. Girl, I want to make you. Oh, no. I want to make you. Pull over. Come on, pull over. Should be not this kind of things where they make man see ya. And me, I understand. Say your dad know like me, see me, I won't make you know. Say me there for you, gotta. And if not the price be that, I feel like to see ya. I never traded you for nothing. This love will make me the jack machine. Without you, I know free to love. Without you, I'm gonna get me with this whole bingo. I never traded you, baby. This love will make me the starting. No. I'ma get telling me what's up, bingo. I'ma want to make me dead. I'ma girl, I wanna make you. Baby, I feel like making you. Oh, baby, oh, no. Boy go loco, you make a young boy go loco. You make a young boy go loco. You make a young boy go loco. See, I never traded you for nothing. This love will make me the starting. Without you, I know we do nothing. I'ma get me with this happy.
emotion. On your skin like a lotion. Loving you is my devotion. Give you girl full potion. Oh my beautiful addiction. With a sweet vibration. The two of we is a vision. Anytime I slip your name I dimension. So tell me girl where you there. Just me I go let the fire blaze. Anytime you want your ways. Watch out the man them they grace. Hey man, tell me where you there. Girl I've been loving you for days. Anytime you wind up your waist. All I demand them the grace. Baby I dey colo for your love. Colo colo. I dey mad for your love. Baby I dey colo colo. I dey colo for your love. Colo colo. I dey mad for your love. Baby I dey colo colo. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Baby I dey colo colo. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Baby I dey colo colo. Come give it to me, baby.
Platinums. Nini Sasa. Me, I'm giving thanks to the Creator. Your mama born you well better. You makame fungo toneta. Kina vya pepe akimweta. Oh na na. Body sanyonga makiliti. Odi na gonga za mendichi. Usinichomeka kidonda na spiriti. Mimi yonge taumia. Baby, you got me falling in love. My teaser, hope you might be reason your body give me fever. I done the shiver when you hold me tight. When you my
baby, I dey colo for your love.
Colo colo.
I dey mad for your love.
Baby I dey colo colo.
I dey colo for your love.
Colo colo.
I dey mad for your love.
Baby I dey colo colo.
Your love, your love, your love, your love.
Baby I dey colo colo.
Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love.
Baby I dey colo colo.
Come give it to me, baby.
Baby, I dey colo colo, eh. Colo colo. Baby, I dey colo colo, eh. Baby, I dey colo colo, eh. Baby, I dey colo colo, eh.
And I've been living fast life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the double. See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe. Oh no, and me I stand the defender like Joseph Yobo. But girl say she want Netflix and chill, so I chatty get even money. If you fall in love, Kelly satin. You go to breakfast, I'm not capping. Can you see dripple, I'm not catchy. I'm not faking this, no fugazi. You see these feelings, I'm not catching. I'm a quest and feet, I just want it.
Happiness. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you, you go right. All I care for the night. Happiness. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you, you go right. All I care for the night.
If I any access, if it be the reason why your baba wanna jealous me. If you want to take I'm serious, I do top speed. No fit to resonate, I'm on a different frequency. I don't think it's necessary. I be done with that somebody that could do like me. Man, I be like Musana coming off the right wing. I cut through your defender, you no need to tell me. I'm a horse, finesse. You know, send me, I'm a snap. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If you're not careful, finesse. You know, send me, I'm a snap. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If you're not careful,
finesse. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you, you go bright. All I care for the night. Finesse. I broke, now my business. All I shall you go buy to. All I care for the night. Happiness. If I broke, now my business. I'm a shall you go buy to. All I care for the night. Happiness. If I broke, now my business. All I shall you go buy to. All I care for the night.
To the macula yo. Ma fait jamais son ma fait jamais son
Touchdown, also get me. They know that I'm not one of them. Godoku looking like $1 million. Clean like a religious song. Alhamdulillah, in God I trust. Headed for the street and they corner talk. Don't be chasing, I call her not. Me, I know they creed like Donald Trump. Makinde, solo Makinde. General solo Makinde. The first time with the you slap them face. You know my style and I follow calm. And I no go lie and they follow small. When you talk, say I no show love. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot or batosu. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot or batosu. Do I look like I give a fuck? Lifestyle banana. Offer the bag or bewakwa. Give them a chance to tiaro. I feel the machine family mewa. OG get Kugola. Ibali Chigas at Doba. Mojimananja Quesimona. Yamana Paramono Konoka. Say they know the cream I have for long da. And you know the beans my lady chamia. Last on the game. And I know they see you at the marcha. I said, what's the plan? Which a guardia? Or some way got your love by. Or if I can knock on. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot or batosu. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot or batosu. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Shawty gon' give me your lo 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 lo. like say make her rest more. As me I wake up, now she did my mind don't walk. Day one, day two, one of you focus. Now so me I call now, say make we link up. As I start to the tell her, you know my heart it is. Baby girl, if you leave me, I don't go love again. Because you get many girls we put my heart for pain. Baby, you feel my pain. Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom, phantom. If I tell you say I love you, you know they for me young girl, oh young girl. No, tell me no, 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 oh, 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 oh. Baby, come give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh. You got me like whoa, 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 whoa. Shawty, come give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh.
London.
Another banger. Yeah. Sexy love, what she need from a bad boy like me. Yeah. Sexy kiss is the thing that she ain't for my lips. Yeah. My sex herself is the only air that she breathes. And when I look into her eyes, I know that she can never get enough of me. Your body high me like lean. When we do it, skin to skin. And as the rush they increase, I feel the drip in your V. Shorty say she feeling so. She grab my neck and she whisper please. Shorty give me that splash from my chest to my knees. Yeah. Shorty got a lot in her bucket list. I give her #1, she need a bucket quick. And when we done, she feel me like a majesty. Grip. Round 2, quick. Round 3, pelebe. Next day we go do one for your place. Make sure that your daddy is known. Make sure that your mommy is known. Switch off that television. Netflix know what I came here for. Shawty better shut your door. Cause I know one disturb me, boy. Shawty like it when I drill a hole. When I finish, I go.
side. I will never ever. I dedicate my time to you, my guy. Even if the road be rough, I don't mind. 'Cause you be my G for life.
As I never see you online, it they worry me and it they give me consign. Yeah, I be ringing on your cellular. Where you at? My body no fit settle down. Yeah, I'm hoping you okay. We got to party tonight. Many just stay for mine. Yeah, me and you they like them not my guy. No jazzy my guy. Joey's Zaza do transfer. Yourself be my guy. Bado is my guy. My guy. To rule one is enough. So I call your name when they ask me. Gee, that guy is my guy. Jeffrey's not my guy, not my guy. MK and Junke for life. Vina Super V, she's my Scooby.
I dedicate my time
Yeah, Chiefy Cuckoo.
to you, my
Song God from Ghana. D7 be my guy. You be my G, be my G.
Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight. Cause I did yeah with my guys. I got plenty for my mind. But right now I'm with my guys. I don't fear them got my back. So you don't see my formation. I call out big combination. Steady inspiration. I'm 100 concentration. When my guys them go low. Bad energy far away. I thank God for my real G's. Good friends don't be money.
I dedicate my time to you, my guy. Even if the road be rough, I don't mind. 'Cause you be my G for life.
Spirit mix.
Munasema ni one term. Ataenda one term. Sema one term. Wewe William Ruto. Wewe Kasongo. Wewe muuaji. Wewe mwizi. Wewe Kasongo. Harambee. Aende asiende.
This is Icon Radio.
Ooh, we have been given content this week. Yes. The hashtag has been one time. That's WANTAM. And it has been trending throughout the most of last week into this week. That is how we're starting off our Monday here on In Case You Missed It. I'm sitting in for the boys. That is Sami Maina and Sami Meli. I am Myra Maloba on Icon Radio, #1 entertainment plug. Right now, we are going straight into news that is trending or has been trending for the better part of last week into this week. What has been the highlight for you? Oga Obina has gone on talk shows with Rigathi Gachagua. He went to Murima and he'll tell us, or rather he told us how the experience was for him, which we'll be delving into a little bit. There are, people being deported from neighboring countries. Hey, what happened to the EAC, man? What happened to the EAC? Hey, things are thick, okay? The opposition also is coming under attack. Salasia was hiding in bushes. Like, let me tell you, a lot has been going down. And we're going to be breaking it down this morning. But of course, we need to tell you where you need to be tuning in. That's www.iconradio.co.ke. Follow us on all Icon Radio platforms. That's Icon Radio KE across the board. Right now, we are live on YouTube and on our website. So tune in. And of course, get to the conversation. Going live on TikTok in just a bit. My TikTok peeps always showing love. So can't wait to chop it up with you guys this morning as we look at the news, making the headlines. And yes, myself, Myra Maloba on Instagram and on X at Maloba. Gosh. It seems that functions are being formed, sides are being taken, but of course we'd love to hear your side on +254 788 380030. Are you for or against one term? We also have artists lending their voice to what they feel is politically correct or incorrect. We're also going to be delving into that in just a little bit. But as we get the show started, let's get into the weather this morning. Let's see how it's looking like for Nairobi. 21 degrees, partly sunny, humidity at 73%, going up to highs of 25 degrees later on today. For Mombasa, 28 degrees, mostly cloudy, humidity at 78%, going up to highs of 31 degrees later on today. And for those in Kisumu, 25 degrees, mostly sunny, humidity at 69%, going up to highs of 28 degrees later on today. But no matter where you are, no matter the weather, you'll always have a great day with Icon Radio. Let's head back into the music. When we come back, we'll be looking at some of the news making the headlines this morning, including Gachagua facing arrest. Why? Let's find out after this.
This is Icon Radio.
The last time that I check, now before I digress. My girl, you told me that I'm not your love interest. See, my girl, the last time that I check, see, nothing ain't changed yet. Except that I got a big bag and a big flag. Don't make nobody tell me nonsense, man. Streets is so cold, man. May nobody come try cry me a river. I'ma pull through like the strings on my guitar. Nonsense, man. The streets is so cold, man. May nobody come try cry me a river. I'ma pull through like the strings on my guitar. So cold outside, my brother. I don't want pull no trigger. I just want live, cause I'm going place. I don't want no wahala. It's so cold outside, my brother. Me, I know they hate on me, brother. Me, I just want live, cause I'm going places. I don't want no wahala. Oh, it's so cold outside. Me, I know they let nothing to worry me. I know they let nothing to bother me. Me no owe no one apology. You know say she no they bother nobody. Me, I know they let nothing to bother me. I know they let nothing to bother me. Me no owe no one apology. You get me? Me nobody tell me nonsense, man. Streets is so cold, man. Me nobody come try cry me a river. I'ma pull through like the strings on my guitar. Nonsense, man. The streets is so cold, man. Me nobody come try cry me a river. I'ma pull through like the strings on my guitar. So cold outside, my brother. I don't want pull no trigger. I just want live, cause I'm going place. I don't want no wahala. It's so cold outside, my brother. Me, I know they hate on my brother. Me, I just want live, cause I'm going place. I don't want no wahala. Oh, it's so cold outside. Me, I know they let nothing to worry me. I know they let nothing to bother me. Me no owe no one apology. You know say she no they bother nobody. Me, I know they let nothing to bother me. I know they let nothing to bother me. Me no owe no one apology. Do you get me? It's so cold outside.
Body they throw me like cocono. Body they rising my don't know. I say color your procoto, no good taste locodo. Kelly they bossy my pololo. Can make a salute your commando. Girl if you balance the echo, I give you paper. No go do me Diego, my Maradona. Girl if I lap your sueto, Mama Farisa. Girl your back keep it connected, and I can follow your cresco, cresco. Sunday down the cresco, pay for your waist, and I could pay for your lace, a day for your waist. Sunday down the cresco, pay for your waist, I could pay for your lace, Girl, if you balance the echo, I give you paper. No go do me Diego, my Maradona. Girl, if I lap your sueto, Mama Farisa. Girl, your back keep it connected, and I can follow your cresco, cresco.
With BN shouting Ruto must go as he does his tour in the US. Mixed reactions to that one from what I gathered over the weekend. What is yours? +254 788 380030. Are we on the right path with our expression, or are we taking it too far? I'd love to hear your voice on that. We're also live on YouTube, so let us know in the comment section. Let's keep the chat alive. All right, now let's take a look at the headlines making the news this morning. We have the Daily Nation. Before we go to the main one, we have on page 7, Nat asks MPs to restore 62 billion slash from education. Now, the Teachers Union protests budget cuts on administration of national exams and funding for schools. We also have on page 8, police raid Gideon's farm. Ooh, a lot of raids going on. Now, the forcible entry by police and Kenya Railways officers stalls operations. Now, going to the main headline, Gachagua faces arrest. Now, politics, president's allies say former DP has resorted to turning his personal challenges into a national crisis. And that's on page 4. Now, President Ruto's closest allies, the Deputy President and Interior Cabinet Secretary, sustained the messaging throughout the weekend that former DP Rigathi Gachagua is not untouchable and that he will be arrested for alleged incitement as he stepped up his blistering attacks on the government. Now, remember, this guy has not been holding back. When we started off the show, you had him shouting, one term. And that was, I think, right before he launched his new party, which we'll be delving into in a little bit. Now, for the people who are upset by his remarks, let's do a few quotes right now. Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen. He says, "Let that man continue making noise and inciting Kenyans. We will arrest him." The other day, he told us that if he is impeached, there will be chaos. Was there chaos? Now, DP Kindiki Kidure, who people are saying, should probably resign and come back properly, given the ruling that happened. And, Rigathi Gachagua resigning from the party, like a lot was going down. But as it stands, he still remains DP. Now, he said, any leader who is encouraging early electoral campaigns does not wish our country well. It is unpatriotic to put our country in a perpetual campaign mode. Well, as far as I see, the campaigns have already started, okay? We're only a year away, I'm guessing, a year and a half away from the election. So, guys are already on campaign mode. We also saw former CS Interior also on campaign mode. So, I don't think guys are not on the campaign trail. The thing is, what is being said on those trails, okay? Now, we also have former DP Rigathi Gachagua also being quoted as saying, you cannot escape the blot of the Gen Z killings and abductions. You cannot condemn violence when your hands are dripping with the blood of Gen Zs. You cannot be speaking from both ends of your mouth. Pretty scathing remarks right there being made by DP Rigathi Gachagua. He's placing all blame on the current government, including what happened last year during the June 25th anti-finance bill protests. Lord, like I said, the content is rolling. But again, with this content coming in, what are Kenyans' thoughts? We have, in terms of world news on The Nation, page 8, tribulations after Uganda, Tanzania now ejects Karua. Now, Senior Counsel Martha Karua and other Kenyan lawyers refused entry into Tanzania, where they had gone to visit a detained opposition leader weeks after harassment in Uganda. So, yes, Martha Karua has been on this train and this trail of defending people, especially people in the opposition across East Africa. She did it in Uganda, and she's now doing it in Tanzania as well. So opposition right now is facing heavy, I can't say attacks, but it's just they're being persecuted. Let's use that word. They're being persecuted right now. And it's showing that it's a trend in both Uganda, Tanzania, and Uganda. And now it seems they're all up in arms to keep Martha Karua, together with other human rights defenders, out of their way. What does this mean for East African relations? We're going to be looking at that in just a little bit. So that's how it looks like. For The Nation. For The Standard, we do have on page 7, Lisu trial, Karua denied entry into Dar es Salaam. We have on page 21, survivors fight to heal from abuse. Now, on the main headline is Captured Justice. Double standards. Legal experts and political analysts are raising concerns about a growing trend in the justice system where individuals who break the law but sing the regime's praises appear to have a smooth run in the corridors of justice. In contrast, President William Ruto's critics are treated more harshly. Observers now say the legal system is being weaponized against dissenters. That's on page 4 and 5. In the quote from I'm reading it, Bobby Mwangi, who is a lawyer. Allies of President Ruto who faced charges under the previous regime have seen these charges dropped, raising questions about selective justice. We also have lawyer Gitobu Imanyara, who says state agencies have been weaponized to protect interests which appear to be purely commercial. Ruto is relying on the weaponization along with aging political allies to prevent his government from collapsing. Again, strong claims being made. So if you are on the right side of the president, according to these lawyers, you will have your cases going in swimmingly well. For those who are dissenters, on the other hand, it's tough times for them. Lastly, on the People Daily, we also still have news in regards to what is going down or what happened in Tanzania with the deportation of Martha Karua. Now, before we go into that, we have on page 3, priesthood inside Father Musando's 25-year journey. Then now on page 4, in headlines, Suluhu goes rogue. In what has sparked outrage, Tanzania deports lawyer Karua, who had landed in Dar for court proceedings against detained opposition chief Tundu Lissu, testing the bounds of EAC ties. That's on page 4 again. This is history being made right here. We haven't seen something like this happen before. What does it mean for our relations in East Africa? On page 2, it's been called tyranny or tyranny wherever you're from. We will arrest and jail you, Murkomen warns Rigi G. And then lastly on page 2, state raids Moi property in Mombasa. Again, more raids are happening. We still have more to capture in this particular time as we do a breakdown of the news making the headlines this morning. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what's been going down, not only in Kenya, in East Africa this past weekend. It has been nuts. We have Papa Sila commenting and saying, in Uganda, opposition leader is detained. Tanzania's Tundu Lissu, Vile. Kenya's Wamunyoro is on the run. Tough times for opposition leaders in East Africa. Indeed, it is tough times for opposition leaders. They are seeing the horrible edge of the sword of the ruling government or the government of the day. What are your thoughts on this? Plus 254-788-380030. When we come back, we will be breaking down some of the items that were covered in the interview between Rigathi Gachagua and Oga Obina. Have you watched the interview yet? Let's raise those numbers as we continue to watch the interview and give our thoughts into that. Back to the music we go. Come back after this for more comments and breakdowns of politics this morning.
This is Icon Radio.
Problem in all the finish. We could try to enjoy. Wahala in all the finish. We could try to enjoy. Se kata kata ururu no the finish. We could try to enjoy. Problem in all the finish. So we could try to enjoy. We could dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. We could dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala.
Na person keep person. But all na see finish. Na person the person. Problem you know they last forever. Make you try to enjoy. I walk up from Pelham Mujet to Apollo Meta just to find a mentor. Now who talk they hear what? Now who watch they fear God?
For fun, say my person. Don't give it person, belly uncle. How will it consign me? I don't know. Problem in no the finish you. It choke you. Sapana, you be the best friend. No, sure you don't know.
Problem in no the finish. We could try to finish. Make you try to enjoy. Problem be not the finish. So make you try to enjoy. Make you dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. Make you dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. Problem in the finish. Problem, bala in the finish. Dance like Luala. Dance like Luala. Unakasumbala jano de waste time, ona. Me I want fire bazooka, ona. Mr. Money no de waste time. Mr. Money want to ease your mind. Say baby don't find no day to shine, unaka. Show why me. Mr. Money no de waste time. Mr. Money want to ease your mind. Hello, you carry back a lot of filo. I'ma take a phone no go de ghost to. Ready to pay what 10 kilo. Kumatingaza, Shinasa in your falapa. Agata from Osaka, Funibulala, Nishelo Japa. Omo Ajabota, Lubi Migapa. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. Nishelo Japa. Omo Ajabota, Lubi Migapa. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. Sunga la ja sunga la ja sunga ulu sunga la ja sunga ulu sunga Mr. Money with the vibe right now. Mr. Money with the vibe right now. Mr. Money with the vibe right now. Mr. Money with the vibe right now.
Tell me what you see when you look at me. Sungbalaja go my body. My problem is I too sabi. Pop Marley for the pool party. I got out ya dark bada. So you dey wine meaning. You know see Uba ya bakada. Shop banka you go shop gada. Ele Sungba la ja sungba. Carry your matter for head like Oshuka. VVS is on my neck, zero fuka. You dey puka, so you give me shuka. Cause you know you carry, you give me super. Ele sungba. Oya ti mo bata biti konga. You carry back a lot of filo. Omo jeka phone no go dey ghost you. Edu to gbe what 10 kilo. Kumatingaza. Shinasa in your falapa. Agata from Osaka Funibulala. Nishelo Japa. Omo Ajabota Lubi Migapa. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. Nishelo Japa. Omo Ajabota Lubi Migapa. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. Sunga la ja sunga la ja sunga ulu sunga la ja sunga ulu sunga. Give me sugar, cause you know you carry, you give me super. Ele sunga. Oya ti mo bota biti konga uluwa boda.
At one point, he felt like I'm under so much pressure from my family and other people to go back to Uhuru Kenyatta. And he knew if I left him, he's done. So he was here crying. My brother, please, I beg you, don't leave me. I've suffered. I'm a good man. I'm a Christian. My brother, let's stay together. Crying tears. And I said, okay, Pastor, let's help this man. So akilia ulikuwa unadu? I was in shock. Hata Soviet. Sasa mtu mzima analia machozi anakulilia. Please, my brother, don't abandon me. Yeah? So, but I can tell you, if there's a guy who's deceptive, That
So
guy.
the tears, machozi, kumbe machozi is your mom, kumbe ni machozi ndio.
You know, if it's a woman crying or children,
Yeah.
You take it just so lightly. But a grown-up man over 50 crying, and a leader for that matter, you know, you take it very, very, very seriously.
And those tears made you form a government with someone without writing nothing down.
He made me abandon my brother, my kinsman Uhuru Kenyatta, a man I had worked with for many years, whom we had come very far. And he conned me to abandon my own brother and friend through deception. But that's a story for another day. We are better people. Yeah, we are better people. Another day, we are very careful, extremely careful.
Okay.
And we don't trust.
Okay.
We don't.
Weka kwa karatasi. So
not just karatasi. A lot of due diligence and research.
Okay.
Who is this man? Who is the father? Who is the mother? Where did he grow up? Where did he go to school? Who knows him? Which deal has he ever done with somebody and it has succeeded?
Okay.
You must do due diligence of the character of anybody you want now to deal with.
Yeah.
Because what has happened to me and my community and the country, I mean, is unprecedented. How do you con a whole community? You know?
We'll get to that
Bishops,
conversation.
reverends, pastors. You know?
We'll get to that.
Men of God, you know.
We are coming there.
You know, I'm telling you, we must be very, very careful.
Okay.
And those are the lessons that I've learned, and I'm grateful to God that I have time now to rectify, and in my future endeavors and relationships, I am more informed.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get to the political,
This is Icon Radio.
He himself was not holding back. What? In that few minutes, he called President William Ruto a con. He said that he was deceitful, that he caused him to be enemies with his former ally and friend, former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He says that he has deceived and conned an entire community as well as himself. Hey. Yes, like I said, the man is not holding back. And he also is saying, and we don't know if it's factual, but it's alleged that President Ruto went to his home and cried and said, "Don't leave me." Like in a relationship, please don't leave me. As in, gosh. Now, whether these claims are true or not, we are not sure. We don't know if indeed these are things or events that happened. But at the same time, he's always telling his story. So what is to be believed? And the question is, why go to a YouTube blogger as opposed to a national station right after launching your party? So today morning, we're going to be breaking down some of the claims that he has made. So President Ruto, it's not the first time that we've heard or seen him crying. Remember, he burst into tears while in church on July 14, 2022, after the announcement of his win with then President Uhuru Kenyatta. And while attending a church service, him and his wife knelt on their knees and they prayed while in tears. So, you know, him being called out for crying is not something new. So it could be taken as believable, even though it is hearsay at this point. So former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has alleged that President William Ruto used to show up at his house crying and begging for his help. Speaking during an interview with Obina on Friday, the former DP explained that he joined forces with the president out of sympathy. This is interesting because when it played out before the elections took place, there was a standoff. If I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a standoff at the DP's house, which was President Ruto at the time, between Kindiki and Rigathi Gachagua, right? But now here he is saying that he did it out of sympathy. So why was there a standoff if it was just out of the kindness of his heart? That is just my question in regards to this. Now, according to Gachagua, he did not have a written agreement with Ruto, but only relied on word of mouth and loyalty he thought they shared. According to him, he says, I had no single document on the agreement. The guy would come here and cry real tears. My brother, please help me. I am a Christian. I am a good man. Help me. And out of sympathy, I said, okay. According to the former DP, Ruto pursued him because of the influence and closeness he used to share with former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He goes on to say, I was a great friend of Uhuru Kenyatta. I was his peer, and at one point, he felt that I was under so much pressure to go back to Uhuru, and he knew that if I left him, he was done. Gachagua was once a close ally of Uhuru. Their relationship dates back to their shared political interests within the Mount Kenya region, where Gachagua was a strong supporter of Uhuru's leadership. However, the two fell out after the 2017 elections when Uhuru distanced himself from his then deputy William Ruto, the current president. Now, while tension continued to build between Uhuru and Ruto, Gachagua continually sided with Ruto. Gachagua accused Uhuru of showing hostility towards Ruto and his allies soon after securing his second term in office. Now, in this surprising revelation, Gachagua claimed that his support for Ruto was largely driven by Ruto's persistent pleas. He admitted that he never imagined a day would come when their alliance would unravel. Now, remember, this unraveling started happening after the June 25th anti-finance bill. And it started with Rigathi Gachagua pointing fingers at the NIS and saying that they had a hand in whatever was going down. And when it started from that, it just kept on going downhill from there till the point of impeachment. Now, Rigathi Gachagua decided he was not going down quietly, he was going down fighting. And he continued to spill the beans, okay? We were here with our popcorn, we were just chewing as we're watching it all unfold. And I'm telling you, for us, okay, who are storytellers, it was a great moment for content for us. And of course, we got to know a lot more what was going down behind the scenes. But again, it's alleged because it's according to, the embattled DP. And he fought to keep his position. He fought in the courts. And finally, he lost his position and it was given to Kindiki. But then now, twist of fate, the courts say, it shouldn't have gone down like that. Then he's reinstated back, and suddenly Kenya, in an historical moment, had two deputy presidents. And then again, he comes out and decides, nah, I'm out. Signs his resignation letter, drops it off, and says, deuces UDA, deuces to this deputy president position, I'm out. Drops mic, heads stage left, as in it was just drama after drama after drama. But Gachagua has not stopped talking about the president, and he went on to say, even in this interview, but I can tell you, if there is a deceptive guy, then it is him. He made me abandon my brother and kingsman Uhuru Kenyatta, a man I had worked with for many years. Then he conned me through deception. You heard it in the clip we just played for you. We're still going to be breaking down a lot more of what he had said during his interview and what was the aftermath, because raids have been the order of the day since last week. We're going to be covering that in just a bit. But for now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. +254 788 380030, as well as our YouTube comment section. What are your thoughts in regards to the remarks made by DP Rigathi Gachagua? Is he just a man scorned, or is he truly letting Kenyans into things that they need to know? Let me know. I'll sample your thoughts right after this.
Trust me. I've been drinking. I see you were texting, Uber you up, you know what I'm thinking. I know it's late, yeah, but I've been needing you. Got me in close, girl, you're something like a drug that I've been feeling. Please keep the lights on, don't light doors up. We could vibe with our clothes up. Hey, me low till we doze off, yeah. Early morning, you're my coffee. Hope you don't think I'm finessing you. I love you cause you're so simple. Yeah, you classy but still freaky. Always come when I'm calling. She thought I was lazy. Tell her, baby, don't play me. When I hit it, she was screaming my name. Driving her crazy. She put it on a daily, yeah. She caught me on the phone. Said she wanna know if I come back again. If I come back again. And do it like we gon' do it like she make I go. Oh, baby, I'm a Yankee gay.
Nicolo Big, money more beach, I need to know Gisha. Inocolo Big, I see Colo Big, man, Nicolo Nation. Nicolo Big, Nacolo Shinsa, Nicola Misha. Quacqualata, Quacqualata. Nicolo Big, money more beach, I need to know Gisha. Inocolo Big, I see Colo Big, man, Nicola Nation. Nicolo Big, Nacolo Shinsa, Nicola Misha. Quacqualata. Quacqualata. I enter from my butcher, go quacqualata. One more takasu face, I want that. I know fit for some, if it don't pass my power. I roll up a shawarma, I get for quacqualata. I enter from my butcher, go quacqualata. One more takasu face, I want that. I know fit fast, I don't fit you pass my power. I roll up my shawarma, I did for quacqualata.
You for Olana, on God, you let me ask God. I live flaming, with your mashami, for me no way I Charlie. Wahabi, I look, God, I'm over. Can't you see you look over? Would you marry be a manager? Love this song, tomorrow shop. Loving you is a crime. Baby, don't you waste my time. I see my puss up, I'm not where I soon live. I did fuck that qualata. Call me back, my tapata.
I enter from my butcher, go quacqualata. One more takasu face, I want that. I know fit for some, if it don't pass my power. I roll up a shawarma, I get for quacqualata.
On to the next one. Give me ginger, give me power, no more LA.
You surprise me, call me, girl, control me.
On to the next one. Give me ginger, give me power, no more LA.
Until someone for me, not be shut up.
I enter from my butcher, go quacqualata. One more takasu face, I want that. I know fit fast, I don't fit you pass my power. I roll up my shawarma, I did for quacqualata.
I enter from my butcher, go quacqualata. One more takasu face, I want that. I know fit for some, if it don't pass my power. I roll up a shawarma, I get for quacqualata. Nicolo Big, money more beach,
wash una car. Now me with the cook no no. Now me with the wash una clothes. Now me with the walk for your shop. Now me with the hug no no. I become a person for my happiness, so still be my own. Everybody get roll, no me say your own, bro. Passing my own. I become a person for my happiness, so still be my own. Everybody get roll, no me say your own, bro. Passing my own. Because na God that they put on my faith, food for my plate, fit no do me John. My baloso. Even as things no they go my way, even the days I no get nothing at all. My baloso. Now me wait they drive your bus, now me wait they drive your keke. My baloso. Now me wait they run around, now me they do the job. My baloso. I become a person for my happiness, so still be my own. Everybody get roll, no me say your own, bro. Passing my own.
I don't wanna be like anybody else. I'm just tryna only stay true to myself. Learning who I am. Kila mtakona view lakini yangu je. Tena nifelewi. Mbona nijieke pressure, kwa nini tajikondesha? Nikitry kuva show vile mimi who flow as if I'm not my own. When they want to change me, I stay confident in my skin. When you're at the has to move me. See Jolly, what you think? I'm aware I'm not perfect. Na sijaribu kuwa. Only try to be the a show. Feel the way who flow. You are uko in control. When the tracks change, you just stay confident in your skin. When you're rapping, has to live your life, nobody cares. Now Kijali don't feel tension. Usiwa pay your attention. Only try to be the best version of yourself, and you don't need to explain. Uko, 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 uko. I don't wanna be like anybody else. I'm just tryna only stay true to myself. Miss it tense, miss it stress. I'm on top, I got not to impress. Won't let you dictate how I live my life. Najipenda, I'm no fix, so don't kill my vibe. Uko, 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 uko. I don't wanna be like anybody else. I'm just tryna only stay true to myself.
This is Icon Radio.
An amazing talent. She goes by the name Nili. And she just dropped her song last week. It's been blazing up on my phone, on my YouTube, and now on the airwaves. She officially comes in as our Jam of the Week. Yes, she is making a part of the Artistic Development Program. She's one of the first beneficiaries of said program between Icon Radio and AFTI Training Institute. This not only levels up your game in music, but also levels up your money. How do you succeed in your craft? How do you succeed in being a successful and money making artist? Let me tell you, the time you spend at being in the studio, at writing a song, at coming up with a composition, breaking it all down, that is an investment, and you need your return on your investment. If you've never thought about it that way, it's about time you signed up for the course. Intake is going on right now with AFTI Training Institute. Visit www.afti.co.k to get more information. You can also link up with us on Icon Radio KE. Now, who exactly is Nili? Now, she is a recording artist and performer with a deep passion for creating music that resonates across genres and generations. She is excited to share her new outlook on music. She provides a comprehensive look at her work, her vision, and her direction. Now, she's a person who says music is driven by honest storytelling, distinct vocal stylings, and a commitment to artistic growth. She's released a new EP, Me First, and she continues to focus on building both her sound and audience through live performances, digital presence, and collaboration. Of course, you can find out more on her by following her at Nili Official on Instagram, TikTok at Nili with a triple I at the end, dot, then underscore. And you can check out also her link tree on her bio on Instagram. Yes, she is an artist to look out for. She is already like 3 months into the Artistic Development Program. She already has 3 songs out, which you can check out on Spotify. She already has a music video out, which you need to run up right now on YouTube. She's one to watch. She is not taking any breaks. She is not stopping. She's determined. She's working hard. She has an amazing team around her, and she is determined to not only succeed, but also learn along the way. So Nili is our artist to watch, and her song, Just Myself, is our jam of the week. We're going to be playing it throughout the week. Let us know your thoughts on the song at +254 788 380030 and be requesting. If you'd like your song to be featured here on Icon Radio, be sure to let us know. Again, +254 788 380030, as well as info@iconradio.co.ke. All right. We're continuing on with news making the headlines this morning. It's particular breaking down what Rigathi Gachagua had to say during his interview with Oga Obina. Remember, he's a man who has not been holding back. And that is started literally from last year. And he has managed to rub a lot of people the wrong way, okay? Especially those in the ruling government of the day. And they're really not feeling his sentiments right now. But he's not only, pouring out sentiments, he's saying things that are seemingly his own truth. Now, last week he launched his very own party. And again, mixed reactions came out as a part of that. Now, a massive congratulatory billboard celebrating the democracy for the Citizen DCP party launch was put up. Remember, that was the launch of former DP Rigathi Gachagua new party. Again, it is called the Democracy for the Citizens at DCP. And after the launch, they put up a huge billboard. And as soon as it was put up, it was brought down in Nairobi, sparking several reactions. Now, an image that has been circulating showed the billboard, which featured former DP Rigathi Gachagua, aka Riggy, the DCP party leader, and Irungu Nyakera, reduced to a mangled wreck. The billboard had carried the message, "Hongera Riggy on your party launch," alongside photos of the two leaders. Now, Nyakera on Saturday, May 17th, took to his social media to condemn the act, expressing his disappointment over the destruction of the billboard. He wrote and stated to the two illegitimate governments' headquarters in Nairobi, "You can destroy a billboard, but you cannot stop the message. Congratulations, Riggy, on DCP launch. Agenda ni one term for Kenya and Nairobi. Politicians Wakanairo, Kayole, isn't it too early for this?" Nyakera did not hold back in his statements. On May 15th, Gachagua launched the new party characterized by neon green, brown, and white colors with the slogan "Skiza wa Kenya" and a logo showing an illustration of an ear with fingers cupped around it, describing the act of listening. So some people are not taking the news of his new party too nicely. They're not really acting gracious with it as well, because the billboard was literally torn into shreds. Rigathi Gachagua, though, again, is still not holding back as he held an interview. He invited Oga Obina this past weekend to Murima, to his area, and gave a no-hold-barred interview. And he talked about everything regarding to what he went through being part of that current regime, his interactions with the president, William Ruto, his thoughts on various issues, including in the NYS. And of course, apart from the reactions that you have seen now with the billboard, we also have reactions from party, or rather former party mates. So Sudi is someone who has spoken up, and he warns Gachagua against insightful remarks on the 2007 post-election violence. Now, Kapseret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi has slammed former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua over his controversial sentiments on the 2007-2008 violence. In a brief video shared by the lawmaker on Saturday morning, Sudi cautioned Gachagua against inciting Kenyans by making careless and reckless sentiments regarding the post-election chaos. According to Sudi, while the law guaranteed every Kenyan, including Gachagua, the freedom of expression, The latter should not abuse the privilege by engaging in an ethical conversation, particularly one touching on a bitter historical event. While hitting out at the former DP, the Kapsaret lawmaker claimed Gashagua's careless and disparaging comments on such a critical matter justified his impeachment by the Senate last year. Again, it was ruled unlawful for that to have happened. Now, Sudi warned, please do not talk about 2007, 2008. It seems you do not know what you are saying. Our people suffered what has never been witnessed. He goes on to say, ask for votes, criticize all government officials, but do not engage in 2007/2008 conversation. You are becoming too reckless. You are not a leader. That is why you are a half-term DP. Sudi went on to urge Gachagua to be mindful of his remarks, noting that the 2007 post-election crisis had far-reaching consequences for many Kenyans who are yet to heal from the political upheaval. So, of course, there are more people speaking out in regards to Rigathi Gachagua's remarks. You hear Sudi is over here saying, please tread carefully. Talk about the government of the day. Criticize whatever you want to criticize, but don't bring back the bitter past. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts. +254 +254-788-380030. Do you think Rigathi Gachagua is a man who is speaking facts, or is just a man who is scorned? We have also Moses Kuria, who dismisses Gachagua's claims that President Ruto has taken over his party. President William Ruto's senior economic advisor, Moses Kuria, has dismissed claims by former Deputy Rigathi Gachagua that President had taken over the Chama cha Kazi, that is CCK. In a statement on his official X account on Saturday, May 17th, Kuria said that the former DP's claims aim to derail the Mount Kenya region's political trajectory. Kuria, who claims that he's a political senior to Gachagua, stressed that the DP should refrain from challenging him and should focus on his political age mates. Kuria said, today you have said CCK is the president's party. You are misleading our people yet again to vandalize parties we have nurtured for 4 years when you are blindly in love with William Ruto. Yikes. He goes on to say, I will not take it lying down. Do not start a war you cannot win. Focus on your political age mates like Kimani Ichung'wah. I am your political senior friend. Respect your elders. Yikes, yet again. Now, Kuria claims that in 2022, he tried to convince the former DP to join President Ruto's camp through the party, a suggestion that Gachagua dismissed on live TV after he disagreed with Gachagua's move. Kuria further says that Gachagua went ahead and decampaigned his party, labeling it as a briefcase party. So they are not holding back as well from their remarks. Kuria is not holding back, saying that Rigathi Gachagua was in love with Ruto. Again, big claims right there. Again, so much to unpack. We only have a few more minutes to go. I'd love to hear your thoughts. +254-788-380030. When we come back, we'll be looking at the aftermath of both what the former deputy president, after his remarks, what was the aftermath of that? And we also have a governor who is under siege at the moment as his house was surrounded. Who is that? Keep it here, and for the reason as to why these raids are going down.
This is Icon Radio.
It's your boy MK on the beat.
Maisha ni safari, kila tua lina funzo. Lianza kule mbali Kibira na Manane, hood pale ghetto. Hali yangu ilikuwa so messy, hela hakuna, chakula hakuna, masomo balaa, kila kitu kigumu, lakini bado sikukufa moyo. nilitafuta kila form bila koma, nikaenda miadarati thanks to my fans. Sikutarajia kama ingefanya poa, Mungu ni mwema, nikapata mwanga. Never in vain, machozi yakafutwa. All of a sudden, mashozi kaingia. All of a sudden, simu zikaingia. All of a sudden, interview zikajaa. Sikuamini kama mambo yamebadilika. All of a sudden, mashozi kaingia. All of a sudden, simu zikaingia. All of a sudden, interview zikajaa. Sikuamini kama mambo yamebadilika. Wakenya na wapenda. I love you my people. I love you my people. Thank you my family. You're manake. Wakenya na wapenda. Wakenya na wapenda. I love you my people. Thank you my family. Na wapenda. Kuna nyakati nilitumiwa vibaya. Kuna nyakati nilitusiwa vibaya. Kuna nyakati nililia kwa uchungu. Kuna nyakati nilifurahi sana. Yote hayo hivi ndio maisha ukua. Mahali nilikuwa wengi wamepita, na pia hapo hapo wengi wamezama. Mimi ni nani nikose kushukuru? Mabeloga na ma DJ, ma presenters wote, managers na ma producer. Siwezi kusahau online family. Mabeloga na ma DJ, ma presenters wote, managers na ma producer. Siwezi kusahau online family. Na wapenda, Wakenya na wapenda. I love you my people. I love you my people. Thank you my family. Ndio manake. Wakenya na wapenda. Wakenya na wapenda. I love you my people. Thank you my family. Na wapenda. Wakenya na wapenda. Wakenya na wapenda. I love you my people. I love you my people. Thank you my family. Ndio manake. Wakenya na wapenda. Wakenya na wapenda. I love you my people. Thank you my family. Na wapenda.
Alpha King.
This is Icon Radio.
Tuwapende wapangore. Oh, come on. Wano kwa linga. We are also organizing ourselves. But let me say this. Because yesterday, Bwana Gachagua spoke very recklessly. Very, very recklessly. You know, Mr. Gachagua has not seen trouble in his life. And therefore, he can be wishing this country the bad things. Yet because this country is protected by God, this country will remain united. The elections will come and go, yet Kenya will remain united. Mr. Gachagua must stop being a prophet of doom. This country will remain united. What they are doing is simply crying wolf. They have already sensed defeat, even before the IBC is constituted. What I want to assure them, the Wamunyoro group, is that the elections will come, they will be defeated, and Kenya will move on. If he is wishing for trouble, then he is alone. Gachagua has never even spent a single hour in a police cell. He has never even tasted tear gas. He has not seen trouble. We can give him some 1 or 2 lessons when it comes to agitation. So let him keep his peace and let Kenyans stay united. And I've said this time and again that if I am given the choice between the Wamunyoro group and President William Ruto, I will go for Ruto anytime, any day. Anytime, any day. And that is a view I am sure is shared by a majority of you. Oh, come on. E oda mondo wabedi gikwe. E bangja tendwara ila molo odinga. Kawadhi e yiero mabiro. To Nyasaye ong'eyo. Pakistan nigi maduong any teach ne jopiny.
This is Icon Radio.
Remarks made by Energy and Petroleum Minister Opio Wandayi, and he has urged what's the term or who he terms as a village rodent regarding Gachagua to come for tips on how to inhale tear gas before running his mouth. In his statements, wow, big words being used here. Although, if we do remember, I think it was last year he was, that is regarding Gachagua was at a function and somebody did throw recklessly tear gas. So yes, it was. It's also something that he has not tasted yet. It's something that he unfortunately had to undergo. But again, there's a war. There is a war going on. It's a war between various functions. During the break, my team also alluded to the fact that there are also wrangles, or rather, a bit of a disagreement between ODM members, between the likes of Sifuna, Orengo, and Anyang' Nyong'o versus the likes of Mbadi. And, it's about, this broad-based government. And there are those who are for and those who are against. And probably the ones who are against is because they are not feeling the effects of it. They're not really have been placed somewhere where they could actually gain from it. Or they truly do not believe in the broad-based government bringing any benefit to the people of Kenya. During the funeral of a former MP, or rather departed MP, Were, Myra Bingham advised Sifuna not to be harsh against, the whole idea of the broad-based government. So just calm down, my friend, calm down. You shouldn't be coming out so harshly against this. But again, for a lot of Kenyans, again, mixed reactions. For those who are for it, they're like, you know what, we just need peace. As you know, the CSOPO is saying that we remain united. But that remaining united, it's to what extent are we, the remain united is not even not to what extent is it, remaining united in what, to what point, as in people are united. What I mean is people are united, but what are they united for or against? That is the real question. Now, again, it seems that there are seemingly things that are coming to the forefront, things that are being spoken out. Guys are not really holding back. But again, the question remains, what does this do for the people of Kenya? Still on Rigathi Gachagua, who has been trending for quite some time now. According to the news, police besieged Gashagua's home's hours after Kindiki Murkomen threats. Now, homes linked to former Deputy Rigathi Gachagua were on Sunday evening surrounded by police officers drawn from multiple units, reportedly in pursuit of the former second in command. The operation was confirmed by Gashagua's ally and lawyer Ndegwa Njiru, who issued a public alert raising concern over the late night deployment to Gashagua's residences in Karen and Wamunyoro. According to Njiru, the officers were conducting a manhunt for the Democracy and Citizen Party leader without offering any explanation for the operation. Njiru said to all media houses, kindly be informed that the DCI has taken control of both His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua's homes in Karen and Wamunyoro. They are currently manhunting him. They are yet to be informed of the reason. Earlier on Sunday, social media was abuzz with information that the officers were in pursuit of Gachagua, with pictures of the officers at the home of former DP circulating on social media. The question is as to why are they being linked to the remarks that were being made, or the threats that were being made by Murkomen. He did threaten to arrest at some particular point. We're also still looking at what is the aftermath of Rigathi Gachagua's remarks. And now we're getting an idea as to why the government or the state wants to arrest Gachagua over deadly Gen Z protests. And this has been revealed by MP Nelson Koech. Now, Belgut Member of Parliament Nelson Koech has claimed that former Deputy Rigathi Gachagua is being hunted down by authorities over the Occupy Parliament protests of June 25th, 2024. Speaking during an interview at Citizen TV on Monday morning, MP Koech alleged that recent remarks by Gachagua about the 2027 elections were enough to have him charged. This, he alleged, was because the last time he spoke against the government, the Gen Z protests of June 2024 happened, leaving behind them a trail of chaos. Was it truly because he spoke against the government that the youth went to the streets? I'm not too sure. Now, he says Rigathi Gachagua, as we are talking right now, including a few members of parliament, are about to be charged for what happened last year on June 25th, the invasion of parliament and the chaos after, and the act itself, including Rigathi Gachagua. When he issues another statement, it is not taken lightly because this is someone who has the capability of causing chaos, not by any power that he has, but through his tongue. He has a bad tongue, and if he is not charged, then he believes he is above the law. With the mood in the country, if the IEBC tries to mess with the elections, there will be no country here. I want to tell you that 2007 will look like a Christmas party. That is according to Gachagua. Now, well, all this is playing out right now. I'd like to go on a break. We do have our political pundit Sami Meli stepping in, and at least he can break down. We have been doing very layman work, but now we have the experts coming into the studio and telling us exactly what has been going down and what it means for the people of Kenya, and of course what it means for politics come 2027. Keep it right here. Send in your comments and remarks on +254 788 38 0030.
Classic music.
Nobody loves you the way that I do. Nobody can love you the way that I do, yeah. Baby, nobody loves me the way that you do. Nobody can love you the way that I do.
Ukisikia nafunga ndoa, marry you. Menisafisha madoa, niko wingu la blue. I'm gonna stick with you for wherever I'm coming through. Mambo yakienda mbaya, I'm gonna keep you cool. Kama ulisafa sahau, karibu sapa. Kwa bahati nzuri mapenzi yanaishi hapa. Sikio umenipata, sina matata. Jisifie wakapendeza, takwa kashi mkononi kwenye mahitaji. Takupenda moyoni nikupe nafasi. Takwa rambo rindoni vita maji maji. Sitokutenda kutenga, sitokujaji.
Naomba sana, naomba dua, nisije zingua. Nobody wanasema sana, wataongea, wazidi umbea. Nobody. Oh, and I know, 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 you're the one for my heart and soul. Nobody can love me the way that you do. Nobody can love me the way that you do.
Nobody love me the way that you do. Nobody can love you better than I do. Nobody shows me the way that you do. Nobody do me the thing that you do. Maujanja, nampa, mauninja kumfu. Anaruka, nainuka, nanguka pu. Ananipa winja, waren tu. Honey, sugar, ginger, my boo. Sauti akiongea tu mashallah, mguu akitembea mwendo wa billions. Dala kama kajiongezea shit, bala kajipendelea mpaka kara. Sauti akiongea tu mashallah, mguu akitembea mwendo wa billions. Dala akikusogelea bala, sasa akikuchekea du.
Naomba sana, naomba dua, nisije zingua. Nobody. Watasema sana, wataongea, wazidi umbea. Nobody. Oh, and I know, 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 you're the one for my heart and soul. Nobody.
that you do. Nobody can love you better than I do.
Nobody loves you the way that I do. Nobody can love you the way that I do.
Oromokoda, nasebono oromokoda. Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
Maye denda woda eli. Samakoro tu mugigi nikiswele wacho matin. Kidogo tu. Ukiolo biwachi negene wa.
Mbiu ya mugambo ikilia kuna jambo. Uotogola turugi banjo hadi ya sembo. Anyaseko yudonget na jamani. Jomanene na mihuni. Mamara okatero kajirani. Sani wone ngane baba nani. Maduwea apake Sulemano chika ire. Kendo ayego sembona niyonge garito kite. Onyako mamingwana ai ahero sana. Silwal mama na Yabata maboya kakoyo chama.
Oromokoda, nasebono oromokoda.
Nima embasina
Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
yeah mama.
Oromokoda, nasebono oromokoda.
Nima embasina
Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
Minwanya kodero siro.
Sherio Jatuka matemo na tienda rapundo nyapinyi mabor. Mamio hey. Otieka giera tinda parika nindo tera. Dichol Maidalo misunge nyiri. Into na sungi forever. Nyiwuda Maidalo misunge joma ber. Anasungo you forever.
Oromokoda, nasebono oromokoda.
Nima embasina
Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
yeah mama.
Oromokoda, nasebono oromokoda.
Nima embasina
Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
aja Kenya pindu siro.
Oromokoda, nasebo oromokoda. Ungenga kora, nasebo ungenga kora. Odisolepe, nasebo odisolepe. Oritoda, nasebo oritoda. Oromokoda, nasebo oromokoda.
Nima embasina
Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
yeah mama.
Oromokoda, nasebo oromokoda.
Nima embasina
Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
Minwanya kodero siro.
Oromokoda, nasebo oromokoda. Ungenga kora, figana nenu ungenga kora.
See, I haven't been here too long. No, not too long. Now true as they did me wrong. So wrong. Walisema ni wako, akitoka nje huna chako. And so I go to the bar, nikimcheki nafana sema skiza baba. Tell your wife you're with me. Tell your kids you ain't home till 3. Wasingoje dadi anapewa vitu nzuri nzuri na rafiki. Tell your wife you're with me. Tell your kids you ain't home till 3. wasingoje dadi anapewa vitu nzuri nzuri. Baby tutajificha, you make me feel bonita. Anza nitamaliza, slow and nyuma ya speaker. Baby tutajificha, you make me feel bonita. Anza nitamaliza, slow wine, slow wine.
Now tell me baby quickly, tell me really what you nawaza kila siku many mother waza visions of your body ukiwa insonga 8 - 1 hesabu zangu wanda
None better, body mother, waist na haga. None better, views in the bada, ukishenama. Hata moga, nikitoka nyumbani speaking a bit anagonga. None better, body mother, waist na haga.
Classy, so sexy when she in them streets. Freaky little thing when we in the sheets. Kama hindo asingekimbilia, haki ya Mungu sini wewe ningekwamilia.
Tell your wife you're with me. Tell your kids you ain't home till 3. Wasingoje dadi anapewa vitu nzuri nzuri na rafiki. Tell your wife you're with me. Tell your kids you ain't home till 3. Wasingoje dadi anapewa vitu nzuri nzuri. Baby tutajificha, you make me feel bonita. Anza nitamaliza, slow and nyuma ya speaker. Baby tutajificha, you make me feel bonita. Anza nitamaliza, slow wine, slow wine.
Ilibidi niokoke ndo niwashe jiko. Siko kwa kanaliti juu niko ridho. Ulimi bado ridhe, risasi zipo. Mistari bado kali na mizani zipo. Silabi simple kama A-E-I-O-U. Rudia mara twice A-E-I-O-U. Kati chingi za calling na ja impromptu. Subiri usichizi in. 2 fingers in the sky. Kunja gumi to the side. Sio ngumu kudecide, tuzikwende tukislide. We can boogie through the night. Thank the Lord that I'm alive. 2 fingers in the sky. Kunja gumi to the side. Sio ngumu kudecide, tuzikwende tukislide. We can boogie through the night. Thank the Lord that I'm alive.
Kabit kaki drop to. Check in if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you. Kabit kaki drop to. Check in if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you.
Wanauliza kolo kwani ulienda? Okay, wengi hawajui nilishabanduka. Kama shujaa si nilipata rufa. Jupazia za hekalu zilishararuka. Kumbe hapa siri ni kuchangamuka. Sasa anga zangu chonjo ninatambaruka. Mimi niko na Yesu nilijanjaruka. Kutoboa hii maisha ya mapanda shuka.
kaki drop too. Check in if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you. Kabit kaki drop too. Check in if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you. Move back to the left. Kila mtu anafala. Usipodu uko solo. Let's move to the right. Move back to the left. Kila mtu anafala. Usipodu uko solo.
Two fingers in the sky. Kunja gumi to the side. Sio ngumu kudecide. Tuzikwende tukislide. We can boogie through the night. Thank the Lord that I'm alive. Two fingers in the sky. Kunja gumi to the side. Sio ngumu kudecide. Tuzikwende tukislide. We can boogie through the night. Thank the Lord that I'm alive too.
Kabit kaki drop too. Check in if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you. Kabit kaki drop too. Check in if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you. Bazukizo.
It's not having money. NRS has a lot of money, but it is not used for security operations. That money is the money William Ruto is using to bribe leaders. It is the money that he used to get people to impeach me. It's the money he's using to give churches 20 million. It is the money he's using for these empowerment programs. MPs are all over giving 10 million every day. You would ask yourself, where is that money coming from? These are MPs who cannot afford that money. What has happened is that, like the other day during the supplementary tour, 10 billion shillings was allocated to NIS, ostensibly to deal with insecurity within the region. Nothing like that. All that money, because it's not accounted, there is no way you account that money, is given to NIS, withdrawn in cash and given to William Ruto for politics. The last time he was here in the mountain, he used over 1 billion shillings. NIS has money, but that money has been directed to William Ruto.
Can you verify
yeah.
money?
But where is the money coming from? This money is given in Harambes. It's not in any budget.
Maybe he saved it.
How?
He has some money as well.
His salary is known.
No, not salary. Farming, business, other businesses.
No. What farming is that? We are all in farming. What kind of farming that would generate 100 million every week? You know? If you look at the amount of money that is being spent to bribe leaders, to bribe voters, this is the money from the National Treasury, siphoned through the National Intelligence Service, and given to William Ruto for politics. And there's nothing else going on in the country, by the way. Exchequer issues are a problem. We don't collect enough money every week. So whatever money that is available is given priority to the National Intelligence Service. That money is given to William Ruto for politics. And I can tell you that is why you find pending bills are not being paid. Today, as we speak, teachers are suffering in schools. They have money for capitation has not been raised. You know, teachers, the head teachers cannot pay for supplies. They are almost being auctioned. Help, university students are at home. Health is not working. Yet, William Ruto is busy with his principal assistant and his MPs in Harambes every day, 20 million, 30 million. This is the money that is the taxpayers' money that is being channeled through the National Intelligence Service to the president, and this is the money that is being used to do politics.
Does the National Intelligence Service have intelligence in that we as citizens, we see, even when you are still in the government, we would see some things, and even everybody, from the young people, even a small child will sit down and say, wait a minute, they are not seeing this, and somehow it is just ignored and life just continues like normal.
Meet by the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. That's according to him, that there is money in NIS, he calls it NIS, There's money in that, but it's not being channeled through the right channels. So help me welcoming the one and only Sammy Melly into the studio. Today he's not with Sammy Maina, so the Sammys are not joined. It's Mills filling in. So it's mostly question and answer at this point because it's the layman and the expert.
Let's try it.
We try it out.
Yeah.
We've done it before. We can do it again. Karibu sana. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
You've come in at the right time when a lot is going down and the news is you just keep refreshing. There's more news coming out and more news and more news.
No, the Republic of Kenya is a theater center.
It's a theater center.
Yes, with the government being the main actor.
Hey. They're the actor, they're the script writer, they're the director, the producer.
Everything. Now, like this morning, my governor is being surrounded. I don't know why would they go to Governor Natembea's home to surround him. Yet, if they know him, they can summon him to wherever they want him to go.
Right.
This government, I told you, I fell out with them. And I know.
Tell us why you fell before you go any further. Let us not even go any further.
No,
why have you fallen out with the government?
How can you praise the government when nothing is working seriously? There's no money. If kama kuna mtu wako na pesa, si atuambie ni nani yako na pesa. We only see the political class around the president with money. The rest of the country is struggling.
Right.
I have friends who are struggling. They are no money. They are doing tenders here and there, and they have never been paid for the last almost 2 years.
Right.
Some people are on pending bills. Some are even depressed. Imagine somebody who took a loan to do a government tender, and right now it has not been paid. Remember, the interest rates are at almost 20%. By the time they took 22, 23 there. And this government is not serious. I think they are only serious with dealing with the Chinese and the Japanese and anything foreign. They are ready to attend to it. But to its own citizens, it's killing this economy. At the same time, the economy is only growing on paper.
Right.
It is not growing on people's the human factor. Look at construction. Who is constructing except the few politicians who are constructing here and there? Watu wa mjengo hawana kazi, and they are talking. For the first time, I agree with Rigathi.
For the first time?
For the first time, I agree with him, and I think we have got the remedy of this government.
So he said a lot.
Injects them, like giving them the
he's injecting. No, mpaka umevuka mpaka. You have crossed to the other side.
Because he's touching what is touching me actually. Yeah. Because look at this. There is no capitation for schools. The head teachers are calling us and asking us to chip in. On top of the school fees we pay, they are asking 3,000, 4,000 on top to help feed the children in school. The books have not been delivered in schools. The children don't have books. The classrooms are not there. The desks are not there. So how do you support a government that is not working? The only thing that seems to be working is affordable housing. But how many people will be able to afford those houses?
Right.
Yeah.
We've seen the projects. They're coming out strong. They're coming up quickly.
Yes.
But again, with all these taxes, where is that money coming from for affordable housing?
No, the pay slips have been invaded. And you see the salaried individuals are suffering so much because they didn't consider them. For example, if I had a loan and I've reached my maximum, perhaps from, let's say I was earning 30,000, but from the loans I've taken, I have around 10,000 to go, some 5,000 for rent, and then the government comes again with a 1.5% on that. You can imagine. Then they come again on a SHIV, which again is impunitive. The other day I tried applying for that. They gave me a need of 3,400. Where will I get 3,400 to pay that? Per year, 3,400 times 12. That gives you around 42,000. Why can't I just pay Jubilee or the other insurance companies rather than government? Give 42,000 per year. No, it doesn't make sense. The young men, and I think we have to thank Mwai Kibaki for bringing in free education and Uhuru Kenyatta for continuing with it.
Right.
Now we have an enlightened society. I'm telling you, you put a young man on the table to argue with them, you will lose it. Because you come with old facts when they have the real facts on the table.
Right.
They ask you, what are their priorities? Yes. Even whatever is being said, how can the president go and contribute 100 million, 20 million when even the locals there don't have that money? What is the priority?
Right.
Where is Mama Mboga? Where are the border? were they promised markets or were they promised sheds? They told Mama Mboga that by the time we are in, you will no longer even selling boga. You will be owning a pro box somewhere, doing other business. Has anyone even made it there? I want to look for that woman who was being used. Yule baada ya swearing in, Hussein Mohamed alimsukuma akamtoa hapo.
Where? Even me. Can we find that woman, please?
We have to find that woman and interview her. How is her life going on?
Right.
Yes, because nothing is working in this
She was used as a prop.
Of course.
With many others in tow.
Some of us, even the politicians like us, we are props. At the end of the
You're
day,
feeling it, eh? Unasikia uchungu.
Unasikia uchungu. You are wondering, what are these people saying?
Right.
When I can't afford the basic things, what are they saying?
Now, Rigathi Gachagua has been quoted as saying, he said on Oga Obino's show, he's called the president a con. He has said that he has deceived the people of Kenya, his community, watu wa Mrima, they have been deceived. He said he's the one who came between his relationship between, the president came between the relationship between Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta, that he betrayed his brother, that the president went running and crying to Rigathi Gachagua not to be left. Yeah, it plays out like a soap opera, to be very honest.
And the most interesting part is when he was asked why he has President William Ruto's photo in his house.
Yes.
He said it reminds him of betrayal. It was injecting with penicillin.
I am telling you, the drama of it all, it's better than watching a soap opera. What are your thoughts to his very scathing remarks this far?
No, I think he has been taken out of context. He's speaking to what is affecting the common mwananchi. Rigiji is trying to remind the government, this is what we promised, but up to now, we are not seeing anything. Yes, when he talks about, for example, the use of the police, you see, the National Police Service has been misused over the years.
Right.
And they still stand to be misused by even the sitting government. Why can't they be professional? For example, summon that governor, for example, or summon me and tell me, Meli, you are required to appear tomorrow at Central Police Station to answer to these charges. Please come with your lawyers.
Right.
Simple and clear. I'll avail myself. But the commando style in which they attack people's houses, they invade people, the Miguna style, is back.
Right.
Yes, because if Governor Natembeya is a public servant, is a public figure, he can be asked anytime. Gachagua is a public figure. He can be called upon and told, appear,
present yourself.
Yes, these are the charges. Unfortunately, they arrest you, then they go look for the mistakes you have done.
Right.
Yes.
After arrest.
Yes, and sometimes they don't even have shame asking the judge that we need more time to get. What don't you have? Prosecute this person with what you have. If this person will go to prison, you will bring him with more charges. But if you were to hold somebody for 10, 20, 15, what is the difference between us now and our neighbors? And yet we were role models just the other day.
We were role models.
The Constitution gives us rights. The Constitution of Kenya is the most progressive constitution that we have so far.
Yes.
But it gives us rights to appear, that we enjoy without being coerced by the government.
Right.
Because why would somebody do that? If you knew I committed a mistake, where am I going? Have I applied for a visa that I'm leaving overnight? I can appear.
Right.
Look at the modest places like Tanzania. If you overspeed in Tanzania, you are given a ticket and told to pay, or you are given 24 hours to pay or appear in court. You decide what, and have you heard them with chaos, except the Tundulisu that is inside.
Right.
But that's political.
Yeah.
But on the other part, the country, I like using this Tanzania because it has over 150 tribes. We are just 42 and squeezing one another for the little resources we have.
Right.
But if a common Mwananchi will come and understand one day that if today we were to elect even a Digo, the smallest of the, on an Ogiek to lead us, not OGX will benefit. We will all benefit as Kenyans, or we will all suffer as Kenyans.
Right.
We look for the best candidate who will take us forward. So Rigiji is injecting the right way, the way I wanted it injected, because he was inside. So being the truthful man we knew before, and he has come with actually what happens in the kitchen. He has the menu. He is telling us how things are done.
Right.
I think this government should decide and be transparent in the first place. Let us know the way they said they would audit the government debts. There was a committee that was formed, but that committee, we don't know whether it's doing its job, whether it has stalled or it has finished the job that we were supposed to do.
Anakula sitting allowance.
Kama tunalipa, Rais ametuambia we are paying around 1.1 trillion yearly.
Yeah.
That is going to increase in the next years. Who are we paying?
That's a question.
Yes.
Very good
Whom
question.
do we owe?
Who are we paying?
The other day they have taken a Eurobond around 179 billion of Eurobond. Ni ya kufanya nini?
And you know, this is at a time when Nigeria have cleared the IMF.
Imagine, but we keep taking, and quietly we are saying we are not taking loans what we are taking. Where are we going as a country? Where our children, for example,
right?
Are they going to enjoy, or are they going to suffer like us because we are leaving more debts to them?
Right.
And quietly, you say in this hand, it's difficult to trust this government at the moment, because if they tell you there's no pothole on that road, please expect potholes. If they tell you this place is safe, pass here, please carry enough security, because that place is insecure.
Right. We're playing the opposite game.
The opposite. Just the way you walk into any government ministry, it's written, no, this is a no corruption zone. Please prepare yourself, because that is a pure corruption area.
Well, hey, you are not mincing your words this morning. You are not holding back.
Everything is going wrong.
Right.
And I think the leadership should stop leading this country and driving us like it's their homestead. They are doing things in their own home compound. This is a republic. We are all shareholders. We should all be involved in what is going on. For example, if they are vetting people who are doing the affordable housing, we should see transparency. Who is being vetted?
Right.
Yes. Who are going there? And they tell you go to e-citizen. And those who cannot get to e-citizen, how do they get there? Where is the government advertisement where they used to tell us of government projects?
Right.
Nowadays, the president is a blogger in himself. The deputy president has been made to be a blogger.
Right.
The government ministers are blogging. How many of us are going to read their tweets?
That's true.
In fact, I was hearing somebody, when it gets to news, people switch off the television and put Teletubbies and the rest.
Because the real news is on social media. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
The same news are depressing.
Yes.
Because if you are contracted today and you are told, for example, that this month we have released 160 billion to pay contractors, then you go and you are told at the ministry that there is no money. You go to the county, you are told there is no money. You go every day until you get tired and you ask yourself, where did that money go? And when they say money is stolen, you will end up believing it, because they said they have released and they have not paid, and therefore it was stolen.
Right.
So the narrative gets in.
It's simple as that.
Yes.
Like, do you think that the government is acting at a point of slight delusion as to that they are doing things right for the people of Kenya?
I think I said they rule from an ivory tower, where they don't know the realities on the ground.
Right.
The reality on the ground is biting. The common man, in as much as you said you have lowered the fuel cost, but will I get money to buy even that fuel? Even if you were to say that fuel is 1 shilling, am I going to get that 1 shilling to buy the fuel?
Yeah.
If you say, I have done this, make sure that it's affecting the common mwananchi directly.
Right.
If you say people are working in construction sites, what will a veterinary doctor do in a construction site?
Right.
Yes. What will a nurse go and do in a construction site?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you tell us again about young men going abroad. That is modern day slavery. Yeah. Have you seen how they suffer in these Arabian countries?
Right.
The same thing happens. Even in the US, there are those who have gone there and they are suffering there because they were never told what to expect. Sometimes some agents come in. You saw a few agents came with Alfred Mutua, took some young men's money, and up to now they are nowhere. Some people sell what they have, the little they have, so that they can afford to go to where you are saying. If you are taking them to slavery, I'm told there are quite a number of Kenyans in the morgues in these Arabian countries.
Oh my
There are
word.
some, you saw another one that was, that some are thrown in the desert and they decompose there
Oh my
until you
word.
cannot identify who they were. Where is where are our priorities? Even if we are looking at diaspora remittance, unajua serikali inaangalia ile pesa inakuja, but the humans who are out there working abroad, are they being taken care of the right way a worker would be in this country?
What is the defense of the CS at this point? After all these claims are being laid
He said
bare.
that the ones who went with those, he doesn't know those ones actually. He denied them.
It's ridiculous.
He said the agency that took these people's money was not part of the agency that came with him. But if, for example, today you are doing enumeration at a Fra Stadium, and all the people under the tents, all the agents under the tents are saying that they are under you, who vetted all those agents to come in?
Right.
Any
right.
Kenyan walking into a Fra Stadium, for example, to get enumerated to go abroad, assumes that all these agents have been vetted by the government, because it's not my responsibility to go and vet the agent, yet the government has told me you can deal with them, they are under us.
Right.
You can see that.
Right.
So, and I think it's high time that the government wakes up.
And be accountable at least.
Otherwise,
at the least.
One term is inevitable.
One term.
One
WANTEM.
And you saw even Kenyans abroad. You saw the ones who were cheering a certain game and they were cheering one term.
Yes.
It is real. It is going to be real.
It is.
If they don't change, because they have 2 years, they had 2 years to destroy this country. They have 2 years now to bring us back. Otherwise, they will go, then they come and see a fresh leadership.
Now, let's go to a few of the comments. Big shout out to everybody who's tuned in on TikTok right now. Big shout out to everybody who's showing us love at the moment. Javilo, big shout out to you. I was checked in right there. We also have on YouTube, we have Disciples of Today saying, now Zakayo has forgotten about important issues affecting Kenyans and turned his attention to Riggy G. Indeed, we are in trouble. We need a new crop of progressive leaders. Otherwise, we are doomed.
Yes, if you are a lion, if you see in the wild, if you are you see a lion hunting, they have a target. Whether 100 zebras cross, if they have identified one buffalo, they go with it. That is what President William should be doing. Otherwise, Riggy will confuse them. At the end of the day, Riggy will appear good and they'll appear bad.
Right.
Because they have to deliver what they said. Do they have even a check where they check and see, this is what we promised, this is what we have done. This is what we promised, this is what we have done.
The people of Kenya are doing that for them.
If the Secretary General is already out, what is left inside there? The one who sold to us the agenda, the Secretary General, Cleo Malala, now has left the president with all the work to do.
Right.
But what is he doing?
Right.
Will we be there by the time we get to 2022? Remember, the 2027, the 2027, 2032 is all dependent on what they do now. And at the same time, involve Kenyans in everything that they are doing and handle us with dignity. If they were to come with the two for me, they come for me with a lot of dignity and they tell me, this is, please escort us. Where did that said? They used to say that you are under arrest and you are read even your rights.
Right.
And you have the right to this, and this. Anything you say between now and then, they don't say that. Even when you are arrested, they just drag you and they tell you, utajulia mbele.
Speaking to that,
we are in a banana republic already. I think
we are
it's
in a banana
going
republic.
to be avocado republic.
We're still going down all the fruits. Now, speaking to what you have just mentioned, reading of rights and rights in general.
Yes.
Yeah. We have the remarks made by different members of the government
Mhm.
after Rigathi Gachagwa's interview.
Mhm.
So we have Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen saying, "Let that man continue making noise and inciting Kenyans. We will arrest him." The other day, he told us that if he is impeached, there will be chaos. Where was there chaos? Now, that is the Interior CS who is making those remarks in public.
I think our cabinet secretaries are also losing it.
Mhm.
They are losing focus on what should be done. At the same time, threatening somebody who has nothing to lose. He has lost everything, so
Mhm.
he has nothing to lose. What are you telling Gachagua will lose?
Right.
Nothing. And you can see he's fearless. He
Mm.
is saying even if you are to come for his life, just come for it because
Right.
he has nothing to lose.
Right.
The CS should concentrate first. He has lost in interior. Professor Kindiki did very well. The guns were silent in the valley. There are people in Baringo North who are even asking the president to remove him because he is underperforming. Under Murkomen, Al Shabaab are back.
Right.
Under Murkomen, the Turkana, Trojonyang were attacked by the Ethiopian raiders, and many people lost their lives. Under Murkomen, now the guns are back in the valley. Is he saying that he's working? Our roads are terrible. Accidents are all over, and he's the Minister of Interior. Yes, I see him nowadays standing in 1 square foot carpet wherever he goes.
Right.
Where is leadership? He should consult. He should consult Murkomen.
Right.
He should consult Kindiki on how he used to do it, how he used to do things.
And Kindiki was there for quite a short time.
Yeah. He was there, but he was able to silence the guns. You see, it depends with how you work.
Right.
You don't make too much noise. You see, empty debates make
the most
noise. You would rarely hear Kindiki speak. But when you heard him speak, he was speaking to the people, not speaking to petty issues of the country.
No, well, he's spoken now, though.
He has speaking.
Let me quote what he has said. Any leader who is encouraging early electoral campaigns does not wish our country well. It is unpatriotic to put our country in a perpetual campaign mode. Although, from the way I see it, have campaigns already started? Or have they not already started?
Campaigns in Kenya have never ended.
That's
since the Mwai Kibaki left.
Yes,
the campaign started as early as that. Actually, not since Mwai Kibaki's time.
Yeah.
We went for a campaign for a referendum in 2005. But between 2002 and 2005, it was just campaign mood. 2005, 2007, campaign mood. 2007, 2013, when there was a fallout with Kibaki, and now these gentlemen were looking for space to come in, campaign mood. Under Uhuru Kenyatta's regime, the first term was a full campaign mood, and even the last term, the deputy president then was campaigning throughout.
Right.
I think it has now become a routine. In fact, IBC should not even put that there is a time for campaign. Kenyans are campaigning. If you go to my village, there are people who are PS to serious PSS and cabinet secretaries who are looking for positions already.
Right.
They are campaigning for member of parliament. Some are campaigning for Senate. You wonder, we still have 2 years to go.
Right.
And we are not even sure that we will have even elections because IBC has not been fully constituted.
Right.
There are people who are challenging even the chairmanship, the chairman who has been nominated, whether he will be sworn in or not. We don't know, and therefore the country is always in a campaign mood, and I think that is bad for development because there is no time for working. As soon as somebody is sworn into office, they start campaigning for the next term.
Right.
In fact, even the president himself looks like he's in a campaign.
That's true.
Why be on top of vehicles and campaign? I thought he would take a state way of doing it. I am going to Homa Bay. Let's meet in this Raila Odinga Stadium. He talks there. He inspects them and comes back to the office.
You're really against that vehicle moving around speaking.
It is the one that is bringing the campaign mood.
Right. That's true, though.
Yes.
If you look at it that way, yes.
Because if he was in a stadium somewhere in a pavilion seated, would you have seen the shoe flying? No. Because President Moi used to know when to campaign and when not to campaign.
Right.
The rest, even Mwai Kibaki knew. Even during campaign, Mwai Kibaki didn't seem like he was campaigning. For him, it was work, work, work.
Right.
Unfortunately, we are talking about 2027, 2032. What for? We are in 2025, my friends. We have a finance bill coming in.
Right.
We have the finance bill of last year. Has it been implemented? We have supplementary budgets that have come in. Have they been implemented? There is this one pay bill where every Kenyan is paying their taxes to. How much has been collected through that? We need to know. And transparency. He promised us transparency. We will know that this amount has come to the ministry and this is living on a daily basis. But we have never known that. Where are we heading as a country?
So you think Kindiki's remarks are misplaced?
They are misplaced. In fact, he should be given back Interior Ministry. At least he can be busy.
Right.
With something.
Right.
I think
you don't think he's busy right now?
The deputies, especially deputy governors and deputy presidents,
right.
These seats should just be removed. Because they are serving nothing. Or assign those people serious responsibilities. Otherwise, they are just idle. Imagine somebody earning 1 million, 1.2 million, 1.5 million and doing nothing. What do you expect of them? Noise.
Right.
And they will end up the Kashagwa way. Yes.
Well, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. +254 788 380030. We're also live on TikTok and YouTube. Send in your comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. We have Smithers13 checking in saying #1term. Kila mtu aseme one term.
One term.
Goes on to say the country needs to heal. The doctor is the government. The medicine is development. Unfortunately, the doctor is sick. The nurses are clueless.
Yes.
Dawa inakuja 2027. #1 term. Hey!
But now we need to be serious in vetting whoever is coming to take over.
First of all, I like that analogy. The doctor is the government. But the medicine is development. Unfortunately, the doctor is sick.
He's sick himself.
He himself is sick. I like that analogy. Tunaomba daktari apone.
They will buy people, but they'll not buy us.
It's playing out. You know, the difference between now and, it's always been compared to Kibaki's time, Moi's time. The difference is information is free-flowing now.
Yes.
There's a very huge...
Kibaki came when Facebook had just been introduced.
Right.
And we were reading it through Kabambe, the phone where it will not display more than 50 words.
Yes.
You would look at it like it's an SMS and you would not even understand what it is. Now we are in a technological world. We can go into government websites and see what is going on.
Speaking of that, do you think the government needs to prepare for that leading up to when they talk about the elections? Because now AI is now imitating voices. It's imitating images, like forms. Do you think we're in a dangerous time politically with the advancement of AI?
I think if you go to government offices, have you gone there?
It's been a while. Everything is online.
Elderly government officers pressing the keyboard using one finger, and you wonder, when will these people take us forward?
Yeah.
Somebody types one letter a day and they are gone. They have finished their job for that day. Yet there are some young men. You see the advancement, the pushing of the age for retirement from 55 to 60. One, the government was avoiding to pay those retirement benefits.
Right.
When there's a bigger payout, the government especially when the government doesn't have money, they avoid that and allow people to go. And even right now, those who are people living with disability, do you know they retire at 65?
Oh, really?
Yeah. They people are acquiring even disability cards to retire at 65.
Wow.
But they don't remember the young men who are jobless,
the
young men who have new ways of working. I would see videos of the president being changed by AI and he looks like a young boy.
Right.
Yes? A young boy who is 2 years old and speaking of national issues. You see, that's where technology is going. But I'm wondering, are our government ministries aligning themselves to this?
Right.
For the first time, I'm seeing, for example, SHA is using an AI. By the way, if you do means testing, nobody is approving it for you over there. It's an AI tool that's approving how much premiums you are going to pay. At least there they are going. But Are our intelligence service aligning themselves to that?
Exactly.
How will they know this was Melly's voice?
Mhm.
Yes, and this is AI's voice. By the time they arrest me and put me in jail for no good reason, and then later they discover, like you saw the gentleman in the US who was jailed for 40 years. Then later it was discovered he was never guilty in the first place.
Oh, wow.
Somebody was arrested when he was 30 and is coming out when he's 70. It is so unfortunate. So our government agencies should align themselves with the new technology.
Right.
And how do they align themselves? By taking in these young men, either as interns or are fully employed people. Because why would we have people who are employed in the 80s still working up to now, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, who are still working up to now?
Right.
Yes. We should give space. Even these, our fathers and mothers who are still working in government, they should retire honorably. My mom retired at 52. She just got tired and said, let me go home and do farming. The rest can do that and leave space for the growth of this country. Otherwise, some of our elders who are still working and adding years, led by the head of public service, Felix Koske, is now 62. And he was the one who gave an directive that the president had given that anyone who has reached 60 should go home.
Right.
But I'm wondering, he's overstaying. He's 2 years in employment. What is he still doing there as a civil servant?
But I like what you said. I like the fact that you said that intelligence needs to move with the times. Because I think they have a bigger war coming up against technology.
It's bigger. And if these young men are not absorbed, because the technology is not in space, it is in people. The people who can make those AI tools, the people who can create things online, these are the people, the way they took in Itumbi and contained him. You see, Itumbi nowadays is towing the line.
Right.
It's the same way these young men should be taken in.
That's a good point.
Into government ministries.
Right.
They should not tell us that there's no employment, there are no jobs. Anyway, for the teachers, they took the 76,000. But remember, there are over 400,000 trained teachers unemployed out here. In central Kenya, you can go to some, for example, primary school teachers. The employment at this time, they could be in the year 2009 or 2010 that they are taking. If they have gone far, it's around 2013, 2014. So imagine 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, up to 25 that have graduated this year. Some of them are out. Actually, majority of them are out.
Wow.
So it is a bomb that is a time bomb actually.
It's a time bomb.
It's a time bomb
waiting to explode.
Yes, and President William Ruto is the most unfortunate one because now the time these youth are more enlightened at his period.
Right.
If he was a younger man, he would have done things differently. But unfortunately, he still appoints Akina Oburu Odinga at that age to...
Still, until now.
You wonder, there are young men down there who can do things. They can advise this government on the new ways of doing things. They said, you can never teach an old dog new tricks. Unfortunately, he wants new tricks from old dogs. Where? Even handling Gen Z.
Right.
I'm sure Inspector General Kanja does, if he doesn't have a Gen Z next to him, he would be using old tricks to handle the Gen Z. He needs to bring them. And I'm happy nowadays, even if you go to the Twitter handle of National Police Service, you go to the Twitter, to the TikTok, their TikTok handles, they are being handled by young men.
Right.
If you look at the grammar there, it is modern grammar. It is grammar from a young man. Yes, and they engage people because these young men are not as bad as people think.
That's
they
true.
Are good.
But they need to move with them.
They need to move with them. But if you are slow, they will leave you.
That's true.
And that's why they even applaud Traore. Look at what Traore is doing.
Right.
Traore is less than 30 years old.
And it's been celebrated across the world. Yeah. Well, let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll be looking at the last siege of the day, which is Natembeya. Where exactly is he being raided? What is going on or what is not going on? Let us know your thoughts and comments. Again, our WhatsApp numbers +254 788 380030. We have Sami Meli with us, breaking it down in a very expertise way. If you have any questions, let us know again in our WhatsApp number or our YouTube comment section. We'll be back right after this.
What's up, good people? This is Cannibal Chosen One, and you're listening to The Vault.
Ring ring, napigiwa simu toni. Niko zangu kapadona na machis tunachoma. Nasogea pembeni niweze kuipokea. Kumbe ngwea, yes, bwana inakwaje mtu mzima.
Kimya kimya Njombe kwa kina mima. Kuna bonge la pati mazela. Kimya kimya mashauri wamedondoka toka state. Kwa vipi usiage mtu wechomoka.
Okay, haina noma, siage mtu nachomoka. Ngoja kwanza nende home nika change. Nipe dakika 20 mwendo taxi. Niambie mko pande gani, vipi nyasi tutachoma.
Jeshimjo tutachoma kimya kimya. Wemsomeshe kapachino kwenye kona. Akupe kitu cha Arusha. Minacho cha Dodoma. Sisa kutoka Blink to Overcome nisoma.
Jeshim tayari nimeona. Wapi mudumu kesto. Kweli nimeamini, kweli nipate. Grassi zote wani bila mlio, cheers.
Mima kanistua amesha andaa dina. Kwa vipi tunzetu juu tukabonye. Kisha ndio kwenye sami tukamoke kia ina. Pembeni taikuni ali yani shalo tina.
Kama unataka kucheza bas cheza kimya kimya. Kama kupiga mitungi bas piga kimya kimya. Kuna demo memzimia pon fate kimya kimya. Hii nipate kimya kimya. Kila kitu kimya kimya. Taratibu cheza kimya kimya. Mbona nari cheza kimya kimya. Kama kinywaji kimesha basi agiza kimya kimya. Kila kitu kimya kimya. Hii nipate kimya kimya. Yeah, ndani matawi juu kama juu. Brother man sister do mikono juu. Mawazo na cowboy wa East Zoo. Kabla hujatingisha kwanza sema kimya kimya.
Ni nani anapiga honi siange paki. Mwambie ashekelele nimesema mtu mzima. Hapa ni iwe Lex au Bima, mbona huwa wasemi watapamba wanazima.
Chini juu, mziki full. Tufanye nini kitachoenda na mood. Kuna dem na mind kwenda kumood. Wapi stiki nende kacheze na pool.
Ila usimpe chungi sana mpaka kazima. Ukiona naanza kulembua tu ili unapima ili uweze tambua kanigwawa ukisima. Na kama imekaa pina limi
kama vipi mombe ki mtoto nina. Hamna chumba cha wageni au so. Demo anasikilizia mimi yani poa. Mwana chemba si unaona muda sha unayoyoma.
Usiwe na pressure yo tumalize. Wala usimwambie kitu chill naye kimya kimya. Dem kadai so usikonde mtu mzima. Kavipi twende tumwage tutambaye.
Kama unataka kucheza bas cheza kimya kimya. Kama kupiga mitungi bas piga kimya kimya. Kuna demo memzimia pon fate kimya kimya. Hii nipate kimya kimya. Kila kitu kimya kimya. Taratibu cheza kimya kimya. Mbona nari cheza kimya kimya. Kama kinywaji kimesha basi agiza kimya kimya. Kila kitu kimya kimya. Hii nipate kimya kimya.
Speedy 120 yani sha. Pini zinaongozana mbele Benz nyuma Bima. Watu wanapambia mpaka chumvini wanazama ile. Breaking my holiday ina.
Kavipi tumeshafika pa Kigari. Ngoja mimi nikacheki room.
Sita kuwait kwenye gari kimya kimya.
Nishalipia room kama vipi wewe zama. Yeyote akikuuliza wewe mzuge nimezima.
Okay posipo ni kutojwende sha. Si unajiwele kichina.
Poa mtu mzima. Kama unataka kucheza bas cheza kimya kimya. Kama kupiga mitungi bas piga kimya kimya. Kuna demo memzimia pon fate kimya kimya. Hii nipate kimya kimya. Kila kitu kimya kimya. Taratibu cheza kimya kimya. Mbona nari cheza kimya kimya. Kama kinywaji kimesha basi agiza kimya kimya. Kila kitu kimya kimya. Hii nipate kimya kimya.
Alo Sedo Alo kama we ni mwenyeji we ni mwenyeji. Alo kama we si mwenyeji mind your business. Kama unataka ule anaichapa mpaka ilale basi harakisha njona. Mima inanukia shasha mane ustupendi ni kwa flona. Super komudia ladha gane gnezenda fast au slow baby. Eva nikisikia mabob malen kitafta plan ya do. Yeah. Tuanzishi vita, tunamaliza. Nani ukinita, tuma mamita au malipsinka, wanawaingiza. Napanda stage, na una miujiza. Originator, baba wakeja. Wananitia, wananiiga. Likuwa na choma mpaka kwa filter. Kabadoko ushago. Life iko order, bako kweli na sound unachocha.
Vile naifanya sio hoja. Huku isi ni si tunazota. Tunaifanya
proper,
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 properly tunaifanyaga proper,
proper, proper.
properly tunaifanyaga. Sikudai namba 2 wakanichuja daro, songa jenga shule wajua lipe karo. Saimi ndio speaker Frankole Kaparo, machutas napiga ki Usman Kamaru. Kwa fam ya kipang sikutoka, so fam ya kipang kitatoka kwa mimi. Amini ni jasho na damu zinatoka kiroga, hinjili na treat kama dini. Saima device inakuja na mzinga, wananidai na nijuzi waliringa. Mungu akisensi unajua uwezi pinga, odds iko right misi chezi na tinga. Okay, kifemi kijembe kikali, bila budi na bidwa kubali. Pata jali ujwe nani ya kujali, hii maisha ni tamu na jes na makali.
Life iko order, bako kweli na sound unachocha.
Vile naifanya sio hoja,
yeah.
Huku hizi ni si tunazoza, tunaifanyaga proper,
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 properly tunaifanyaga proper,
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 properly tunaifanyaga.
Yes, nani yako in the zone aje, na ana feel right at home aje, utajua nilikuwa kwa chuom aje, na harufu ya cologne sare, na sijaiko saga form sare, last year niliuza my phone sare, jana niliota na perform sare, na kabla kuota niliperform short now you know kwa cliff kabla ujue mambo ya drone granda imejaa na kif na grind nikana clone kiulizana nani gwiji hapa mimi nasikianga kama nakosa heshima, mwezi ni pima mwezi ni zima na nimeingia nasikia wananiambia life iko order, bako kweli na sound unachocha.
Vile naifanya sio hoja,
yeah.
Huku hizi ni si tunazoza, tunaifanyaga proper,
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 properly tunaifanyaga proper,
proper, proper,
properly tunaifanyaga.
Life iko order, bako kweli na sound unachocha.
Vile naifanya sio hoja,
yeah.
Huku hizi ni si tunazoza, tunaifanyaga proper,
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 properly tunaifanyaga proper,
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 properly tunaifanyaga.
Nyashinsky properly playing right here on SCICYMI in case you missed it. And yes, we're making sure you do not miss out on anything that has been going down in the political scene with myself who's guesting for Stami, Myra, and we have in studio the one and only
Sami Meli.
Yes. Sasa hujanitumia invite TikTok, sasa tuko pamoja hapo. Sasa sijui unataka tufanye aje kwa sababu sasa we were together, now we are not. You have decided even opposition is here in studio.
You have been impeached.
I have been impeached. You have let go of me unceremoniously. It's alright, it's fine. We shall continue regardless. Now,
okay.
As we seek to go back into TikTok, we do have news on that is trending right now. That's breaking news. Natembeya, his residence is under siege. As of this morning, that was reported around 8 in the AM. Now, there we go. Okay, here we are, live on TikTok. There we go. Okay.
We're back.
Now we're back on TikTok. All right. Remember, we're live on TikTok at iconradioke. Also follow Melly. What's your handle?
Melly _ the sheep. Melly is MELLY _DESHIP.
It's good you said that. You said the sheep. Like, you know, the joint.
The sheep. They told me, is it Melly the sheep or which Melly? So
Melly. Now I get it. Baby, I was anti-neuter. Hey, okay. All right. So the one and only Melly the sheep.
Yes.
The sheep himself.
The sheep.
So Natembeya, when we were leaving, going into the break, you were like, aha.
Yes.
Aha. So on Monday, police raided home of Trans-Nzoia Governor George Natembeya in Kitale under unclear circumstances amid reports that the county boss is under investigation. Now, the early morning operation was reportedly led by heavily equipped anti-riot police officers working in coordination with officials from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Tension flared outside the residence as scores of Natembea's supporters flocked to the scene, confronting officers and engaging in a tense standoff. Police had a hard time controlling the growing crowd, with additional reinforcement deployed to prevent possible escalation. Now, they were chanting Tawe movement slogans. The governor's supporters accused the police of being used to settle political scores, claiming the raid was politically motivated. Now, they went on to deflate the tires of 5 vehicles belonging to DCI EACC officials camping at the governor's home. So this was clearly a very tense standoff this morning. It's still unclear as to why this happened. What is your opinion?
You know, the government doesn't like the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are speaking the truth, they will come for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually say, no one is immune. There is
Mhm.
always a file for you. Even you, Myra, you have a file.
Do I?
If one day you ruffle the feathers of the government, they'll just come for you with a file that is ready.
I come in
So
peace.
Natembea is just falling as a victim. You know, he
Mhm.
has led the Tawe movement
Mhm.
that wants to unseat his the two brothers, Bure and Kabisa. I don't want to say the two brothers Bure and Kabisa, the ones wakiwa wameshiba wananyamaza. And you know, the Western Kenya had been promised a 30% government development, but I don't know whether they have received it, because if you see the Tawe movement is gaining ground, is gaining ground, and you know when they say Tawe is no, so they are refusing. When they say now Tawe is refusing,
Right.
so Governor Natembea was to be arrested anytime since he started that. And I think Governor Natembea, being a governor in my home county, you know, I come from Trans Nzoia, and Natembea has brought us from where we were left. You know, the former governor did almost zero.
Okay.
What Natembea has done in Trans Nzoia in the last 2 years is tremendous. We had 10 years of doing nothing, total nothing in Trans Nzoia County. You see the stadium is coming out very well. The administration block of the county government is coming up, almost complete.
Right.
The Michael Kijana Wamalwa Referral Hospital is now working. The roads are being paved in Trans Nzoia. The farmers were being given fertilizer and seeds. He was even championing the growing of, I think there was an interior, a CS that was there for agriculture, who went there to distribute seedlings for, what do we call it, for coffee, and encouraging farmers to grow coffee, has avocado. He has been distributing seeds for sunflower.
Okay.
You see, and Natembea is a worker by nature. And having been an administration officer, just like the DC in Wamunyoro, you know the DCs are making too much noise and the government is uncomfortable.
Right.
Is uncomfortable. So, you know, Natembea became a governor after being a regional commissioner of Rift Valley. You know, he started low. I remember when I had just finished school, he was a DO in our area.
Oh.
Then he graduated to a DC. Then he moved and even to become a regional commissioner. So he's a worker, and his noise is unsettling some people.
Right.
And therefore, the government will always use what they have. Just like you use what you have. Yours is the microphone.
Right.
Isn't it? If
Right.
somebody was to ruffle your feathers, use the microphone.
Right.
So the national government has been ruffled, and therefore, they are using the police as their tools to arrest and harass Governor Natembea. Remember, the counties have not received even a lot of funds this time round. What has he misappropriated? Yet we
CDF,
have so
there's no
many
money.
pending
What
bills.
is yes.
In the last 2 years, if they have paid, it's just 1 year. Unless
Yeah.
they want to come for him even for what the other governor did. But Governor Natembea has been one person who has been encouraging prudent use of resources in the county. So I think having Tetemesha, yes, you see, ruffle the feathers of the people in government, especially national government. They are not happy with him.
Right.
And they'll come for him. And any other person who is speaking the truth into citizens. Governor Natembea has been reminding the people of Western Kenya what they were promised and what they are getting. They has been reminding them that Wetangula is quiet, yet nothing tangible is coming. He even the other day was stopped from going to Nzoia Sugar to demonstrate against the leasing of the Nzoia sugar.
Right.
You see, the government is doing some things that sometimes they don't even involve the people from there. Because if they involve the people around Nzoia, then they have not known that Nzoia sugar is serving the entire Western.
Right, because it's only
Yes, because
Nzoia.
even from Trans-Nzoia, we carry some sugar cane into those sugar mills.
Right.
And therefore, we are stakeholders. If we hear Rai is taking over everything, will Rai take over everything the way Defki is taking over everything?
Right.
No.
Because I hear it's not only in Nzoia, it's Sony Sugar, Chemelil, Muhoroni, all the main sugar plants
Yes,
in the
but
area.
the question is, we know Singh. And all the Singh and the lead Singh. So Najua Singh ni nani?
Yes.
Yes, he could be using them as proxies. Must all these resources belong to him?
Yeah.
Because why take over even the little we have?
Right.
Why can't you resuscitate those things using government money and hold the people accountable?
Right.
The people you put there as managers accountable. Kenya Seed is working. And yet is a government entity. Yeah? Why must you force it that it must be in private hands for it to work? During Moi's eras and Kibaki and Kenyatta era, those were working even when they were being run by the government. KCC was working with the civil servants running it. Why must it be in Rai's hands for it to work? Why must it be in a private somebody's private hands?
Yeah.
Why must JKIA be under Adani for it to work? Yet
Isn't
it
this
used to
government
work.
then just saying that they're not able to handle a lot of these institutions?
In
Whether
short,
it's-
they are telling us they're incompetent.
That's what I'm reading.
Yes.
Like-
When somebody tells you that my neighbor can handle my wife well, that tells you that the husband is incompetent. He is failing in his duties. So if
I swear your analogies.
No.
Uh-huh.
Why would you? We have Kenyans. We have decent Kenyans who can run companies.
Right.
We have people who have run serious institutions who can be given this responsibility and told these are your goals.
Yeah.
This is what you should achieve at the end of the day.
Mhm.
If you don't bring a profit in this institution, then you are gone. Yes. See, there should be performance indicators that people come in. They should sign performance contracts that they deliver. At the end of the day, if I've given you a performance contract of 3 years, for example, and I come to evaluate, and I tell you in 3 years you must have done 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
If you have not done it, if your institution is making losses, you are as good as being taken to ESCC. Those are the people ESCC should be going for. The people who ate Nzoia sugar, the people who ate Moroni sugar, the people who ate NCPB to its knees as we are speaking,
Right.
that it can no longer even afford to buy farmers' produce. What is not happening? And at the end of the day, you go for people who speak the truth. Does it mean that this government is allergic to the truth?
If you are an advisor to the government right now, what would be, from all the events that have happened, Natembea, Rigathi Gachagua, what would you, if you were whispering into the president's ear, what would you tell him?
One, make the public aware of what ills have happened.
Yeah.
And then publicize the people responsible.
Mm.
From there, that is when now we can say, now I have directed ESCC or ESCC, you know your job.
Yeah.
National Police Service, you know your job. These are the people who have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is you, whether you want to go after them or leave them.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we want to know who was responsible for this and that. There are some things which are swept under the carpet. We have people who have been convicted and serving as members of parliament. How do they come there? Can you be arrested today and taken there, and then the Nairobi people elect you as a governor, for example? Because you are a nobody.
Right.
But if you are a somebody, if your hands are well oiled, yes, they usually say, how much did you steal? They are just reminding me of a story where there are some robbers who went robbed a bank, and then they left with 14 million shillings. But when they watched on news, it was announced as 21 million shillings. So they asked themselves, who stole? There are people who stole smartly.
Right.
The managers sat down and said, 14 has gone. Let's put our 7 and announce 21.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
So the same thing is happening in government at the moment. The people responsible for leadership in this country should know their duties. They should even say, we distance ourselves, Inspector General, answer that. In fact, the president should not be answering Inspector General's issues. He should say, I don't know that. The Inspector General is here. The head of DCI is there. The head of this is there. But if you keep responding to petty issues, at the end of the day, you are attached to it. Yeah. Because how can you say I didn't play with mud when mud is all over your hands?
You, right?
Yes. How did you say I didn't eat the sugar yet your lips have some
Right.
crystals of sugar?
Right.
So it is giving people responsibility and ask them. I have given you the responsibility of investigating. How far have you moved? I liked him when he was campaigning. He was very good because we would go to Karen and we ask him a question and they say, I don't know that one. There are lawyers here. I don't know that one. There are engineers here. I don't know that one. But nowadays, he's Mr. Know-it-all. Where did that giving responsibility and saying the way President Moi would do those days?
Right.
You would ask about insecurity, then they say, Bwana DC, I hear there is insecurity. The DC stands up. What is not happening? By the time I leave here, I want to get a report on my table and I want to hear those guns has been silenced. And he leaves. The DC will do his job and make sure that he is not reprimanded again.
Right.
Because being told to stand before everybody, it's not like where they are defending even the fake fertilizer. They defended it until when Linturi was out. That is now when they are putting the blame on him.
Right.
You see?
There's a lot to be desired, I think, and right now there's a huge microscope on the government and what they intend to do.
Yes.
What would be your prediction after what has happened this past few weeks, whether it's in Tanzania and Uganda with Kina Martha Karua, whether it's Rigathi? What are your predictions for the week coming?
The week coming, we will see Tundu Lissu from Tanzania in court. I hear he's appearing either today or tomorrow in court.
Okay.
That tells us about the democracy in Eastern Africa.
Yeah.
The leadership of Eastern Africa is not ready for democracy. And I think they are borrowing cue from each other. East Africa is no longer a democratic space. And remember, East Africa Community was the first body to be set up that was encompassing, bringing together African countries. After OAU, then East Africa Community came in 1966, then collapsed in 1967.
Right.
Then it was resuscitated again. I think it's in the verge of collapse, especially when you hear a fellow, a citizen of another member country being deported.
Right.
Yet we have a freedom. That's why my passport is East African passport. It's not a Kenyan passport.
Right.
So why was Karua deported? It means that there is a lot that we need to change. And African leaders should understand one thing. Africa has changed. We are no longer that village you thought. We are now a global village.
Right.
Tanzania is not Tanzania. Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, we are now a global village. That's why even in Kenya right now, we have all people of all races, all countries coming in.
Right.
And therefore, we are looking forward to more developments on Natembea's issue. We are looking for more reactions for Rigiji's statements. And you know, he gives a dose for once every week.
Right.
Yes, he injected on Friday and observation on Saturday and Sunday. We will see the reactions this week.
Yes.
And then from there, we will see what comes. But these people should know one thing. We are no longer the foolish. Even the president told us, Wajinga waliisha Kenya. How then again does he expect us to still be Wajinga? Were there a few who are left?
Probably.
Wajinga waliisha ndio.
Yes.
Na education is good. Our education system, the 844, did very well.
Very well.
Kibaki being the biggest promoter of it, and Uhuru Kenyatta doing it even better. Now we have enlightened society. And we thank the leadership that came before that for enlightening us, allowing us even to own phones, giving us freedom, and giving us the constitution. that today, if you are to come for me, just quote the Constitution.
Mm.
Otherwise, no courts will throw me in unless it is according to the Constitution of
Right.
Kenya.
Right.
Yeah, that is why you see so many people out. You arrest today, tomorrow they are out.
Mm.
They'll arrest Natembea today, he will get a bond and they will be out.
Mm.
But they will never arrest his mouth. They will arrest Rigiji today, they will never arrest his mouth. He will come out and we continue with the fight.
Mm.
Because it seems that we need to fight an economic fight.
Mhm.
No longer, we have enough political fights and rights now. Now economic rights,
Mhm.
where money should be kwa mifuko ya watu.
Mhm.
There are people who are unemployed. There are young men who are unemployed. How we can no longer export our children as slaves.
Mm.
We need to create employment here.
Mhm.
Even if it means bringing down the royalties that manufacturing companies need to pay
Mhm.
to come and put shop in Kenya. If the president was serious the other day, he was in China, he would encourage Chinese investors to come into this country. Not only farmers who are coming to plow Galana Gulalu. We need manufacturing industries. He should give them incentives. The government is the biggest landowner in this country.
Right.
They can apportion them and say in Konza, this city around Konza, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 acres. Come, invest there. We can give you 5 acres for the next 20 years before you start paying royalties, or for the next 10 years before you start paying royalties and taxes. It creates employment. How you can't send all of us to be house helps in
Right,
Europe.
yeah.
You can't send us to be au pair in Germany.
Mm.
You can't send us all to go and take care of the old people.
Mm.
Where are their children in the US? They should
Mm.
look for their children to take care of them at
Right.
the old age. We need to stay here and take care of our children, of
Of
our
our
fathers
parents.
and mothers and grandparents.
Right.
Otherwise, going out there is taking us into slavery. And at the end of the day, remember, when you are out there, you don't have the freedoms you have in Kenya.
Mhm.
You can't just walk to a neighbor's place uninvited. The police will come for you for
Right.
trespassing.
Right.
And that is why we are good. Kupiga sherehe in Kenya. You see, in Kenya we can piga sherehe up to any time. Make noise. Mosiria will always come, close it down, and we start again. We go to another noisy joint. But in
Right.
some countries, I'm told even speaking in a bus, kuongea na watu kwa bus, is wrong.
We have a lot of freedoms here that we take
have
advantage
a
of.
lot of freedom.
Yes.
We can enjoy the kind of transport we want.
Right.
We can even select which bus we want to use to go to Rongai.
Right.
At what amount. But in some countries, just quietness. You do your job, go to your house, stay quietly. Kama unapiga sherehe, piga kwako, usisumbue jirani. You see. But in our place, even majirani wants to be sumbuad to come and enjoy. And that is the freedoms we have. The freedom we have in this country as Kenya, you cannot practice them in Uganda. You tweet, call Museveni Kasongo, hata muite Musix, wache Museveni. Muite Musix, you are a dead man. You go to Tanzania, the same thing. You go to Rwanda, the same thing. But in Kenya, we have a progressive constitution, and our members of our National Police Service, please don't destroy this country by invading into our rights. You have the freedom of speech, you have the freedom of movement, freedom of association. I can associate with Mwamunyoro anytime. I can move and associate with the Ruto camp anytime. I can look for anybody to associate with anytime, freely, because the constitution gives me those rights.
Right.
But in other countries, we don't. And therefore, don't destroy it for us. Take care of our resources. You say it is little. Let us know that it is little. But when you say there's little resources and you are extravagant in your spending,
right.
You wear a watch of 1 million. Yes? What time? We have the same time, 24-hour clock system. Saa ya 200 inatosha uvae. And you will still look decent.
Right.
You mustn't wear a 500,000 shirt to look classy. For who? Yes?
You're just making fools of us at the end of the
day. They are making fool of us. Let's leave that for people who are planning to get married. And but people who are married, they are working. Why all this classy? Yes? Somebody
opulence.
Opulence.
Yes.
In a country where they are telling us we are third world country. When will we get to first world? Yes? Look at Richmond Redcliffe, the owner of Manchester United. He wears simple. Look at people who have money. They are simple people. I have never seen Mark Zuckerberg except the other day when he appeared before the US Senate with a suit. He has always had one t-shirt, Facebook. And he looks simple. Why all this opulence in a country whereby people cannot afford a living, where our children cannot have even capitation going to their schools? The head teachers are struggling, yet you want performance from these schools. You want our national police service. I saw another police officer, amepiga kiraka kiatu mpaka imeisha, and yet the same officer will step on you like you are the one who has his problems. And the government has allocated resources for that, but somebody somewhere is eating their money, and they cannot go after that person. In fact, they protect the looters so much. We have to awaken our senses as a country. Otherwise, we will lose it and we'll have nothing to hand over to our next generation.
On that note, let's read the comment by the last commenter. The dialogue duet says, "Sisi sio wajinga bana. Enough is enough. Jeez." Telling you, Kenyans are not holding back this morning, and neither did Sammy. Sammy, thank you so much for being with us here on In Case You Missed It. It's always great getting insight from you, and of course, we love the fact that you never hold back as well. We'll be looking forward to your predictions this week, and we'll be putting up a scorecard against what you have said versus what has been done.
Yeah, sometimes you hold back until there's no more anything to hold back.
There's nothing holding you back anymore.
Somebody was interviewing me somewhere, and I told them, listen, defending this government is becoming too expensive. I lose several calories defending it. I'd rather stand with the truth where there's nothing to defend. If they are wrong, they are wrong. If they are right, they are right.
They have not given you your return on investment yet.
Hakuna. Zero.
And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been another incredible episode of Incase You Missed It. Next week, both Sammys will be back in studio. I've just been holding it down today morning. Remember to support the one and only Nili, who is part of the Artistic Development program here with Icon Radio and AFTI Training Institute. Run up her song, Just Myself, right now on YouTube and celebrate our jam of the week. Have a fantastic day ahead. We'll catch you guys again tomorrow. From me, Myra, and
Sammy Melly.
Have a great day.
Cheers. See you.
This is Icon Radio.
Sugar sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. So below juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I got the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you gon' gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you gon' gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you gon' gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you gon' gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Match on your chin, now okay, don't talk. Got me like a thief in the night, long jaw. But you know, say, all of my niggas, them ball. Nothing you go ever need at all.
This is Icon Radio.
Tunaenda this guy na Bwana Gashagwa ili kuhakikisha ya kwamba yeye pia asishikwe. And we will not be intimidated. We refuse to be intimidated. Leo nataka nishukuru MCAs wetu wakiongozwa na MCA wa area hii Bwana Eric boy. Eti gavana sijui ameiba pesa iko chini ya kitanda. Hakuna pesa chini ya kitanda. Na leo nasema hii kwa Bwana Ruto ndio mwizi. Wewe ni harassment ya upinzani, intimidation ya upinzani. Waziri ongea. Yale tunaona leo wamefanyia natembea. Ndio leo pia wanatafuta DPP awekwe ndani pia.
Kanele shida.
Na wetu Salasia wamemshika Ijumaa wamemweka ndani. So we are saying this harassment of the opposition must stop. And whether you use the police or not, hata utumie jeshi, wewe ni one term.
This is Icon Radio.